Hello, everybody. We're back. It's me and Lampier, your favorite parkour masters. We ranked up since the last stream. Uh,
We did.
there turns out there's a whole second movie of Parkour Civilization, which has a whole bunch of other uh, jumps and apparently much harder jumps that a lot of you have been asking me to react to. So I went and grabbed my buddy Lamp again. I was like, Lamp, they loved the last one. We have to do it again. So we're going to do that. We're going to see what cool jumps they have. And as parkour and civilization masters, we're going to let you know what we think of the jumps and the civilization in it. Lamp, anything you want to say?
No.
Okay. In that case, let's get started.
I used to dream of being the champion of Parkour Civilization, but now I am. And I gotta admit, being the champion is pretty awesome. Since I'm the best at parkour, I make the rules of Parkour Civilization. When I was at the bottom level, I always thought that parkouring to the top would lead to a better life. But now, under my rule, people can actually live that better life.
You know what, Evbo? You are so humble. I bet it's no coincidence that everything in Parkour Civilization is now Evbo themed.
Okay, I'll admit the Evbo theme was intentional, but let's be honest, you would totally do the same if you were the champion. I mean, I don't know if that will ever happen.
Oh, you think that's funny? Let's
Whoa.
parkour battle right now and see who wins. I can't wait to be the new champion.
Okay, come on, let's be real here.
What is
you
this
versus me?
switch up?
I mean, you do remember our last battle, right? I mean, oof, that was rough.
I think you're just scared because you don't practice parkour anymore.
Alright, if you think you can out-parkour me, let's go for a battle. Honestly, you might be right. I don't even think I'm that good anymore. Whoa, was that a 3-block jump with a 360? No way I can do that again, right? Anyways, you still want to battle?
Oh, no, fine. Alright, you're still the best.
Bro's already on his villain arc. We're a minute into the video and he's already become like the most self-important like character in this entire series.
We all make mistakes. It's okay. Like I said, being the best in Parkour Civilization
You're
is
the
kind of
average
awesome. Not only did I
civilization
save
leader
the
now.
world, but now I have the power to change things for the better. Since I defeated the evil
MCS
champion,
got
I
to him.
undid all of the corrupt rules that destroyed Parkour Civilization, and now life is totally different. So, this is how it works now in my civilization. Every new player spawns at the bottom level of Parkour Civilization as a parkour noob. There, they will learn how life works in Parkour Civilization and probably fail their first jumps. But even if they do, it's okay, because they'll just spawn right back inside the parkour
Nice.
temple. Once a noob gets more experienced in parkour,
No more
they can
parkour
attempt the
prison.
course to rank up to try to get to the next level of Parkour Civilization. And yes, I made sure this course was actually possible and not some evil way to make sure that people never ranked up. If a noob completes the course, they get their iron boots and they become a parkour pro. Now, they're on the second level of Parkour Civilization, and the jumps are harder than the bottom level. As a pro, if you miss a single jump, you'll fall back down to the noob level and you'll lose your rank. The only way to get back up is to do the course again. But if you can handle all of the jumps at the pro level, you can try to make the course to go even higher in Parkour.
So not much has changed. There's just less systemic oppression. That's like the only difference.
Yeah, I mean it's more fair. Like you don't die now.
That's true. There's no prison.
Although I guess you could still die from fall damage, but
Well, I think we're about to see that.
Civilization. The course
I
to
guess
rank
not.
up is impossibly hard, and if you miss one jump, you'll die and lose your rank. But if somehow you succeed, you get your gold
you just
boots
lose
and
your
you
rank,
rank up
okay.
to become a parkour master.
this is a little
Only
bit
the
more
best
lenient.
players in Parkour Civilization
he,
can survive
like,
the difficulty
created
of jumps up here.
resurrection
But it doesn't stop
somehow.
there, because the only goal in Parkour Civilization is to make it to the top, to become the champion. There's only one champion, and the only way to become one is to beat the champion in a parkour battle. Which is me again. Man, I can't stop saying it. But I even changed the rules for myself, so if I miss a single
Man,
jump
I am
and I die, I'll
awesome.
rank down and become a parkour master again.
Nice.
And to be
Okay.
honest, I still haven't
That's fair.
figured out who would be the next champion after me if that ever happened. But I'm not really worried about that. I mean, when's the last time I've missed a jump? No! Please! Oh, okay. I'm gonna pretend I almost didn't just lose everything I worked for. You see, I could have just used my Totem of Undying and been fine, but as the champion, things are a little different. I mean, I got a reputation to maintain. I can't have people going around thinking I can't make a water bucket. But speaking of reputation, so much
That's
of my
nice.
time has been
It's like
spent trying to
foliage.
rebuild Parkour
It's very
City for
pretty,
the
yeah.
better. Now, life
Yeah.
works a lot differently as a parkour master. The first big change I made was to the parkour bank. When I was a master, you could only get blocks if you completed daily tasks. But after seeing what life was like back in the old days, I decided to make blocks free again. Now, parkour masters can get as many blocks as they want, and they don't have to do daily tasks. I even updated the second floor to the parkour bank.
Can we talk about the fact that he has like infinite, almighty, godlike powers to control this world, and still kept the slums? like, like the bottom line. Like, there's still a very distinct upper class city, middle class town, lower class slums. There's still this very just large class distinction going on here.
Yeah, he sounds like the bourgeoisie. Oh my god, bourgeoisie and the peasants. But like, to become not a peasant, you just have to like get some bread, and then you're fine. And then
now
get bourgeoisie. Oh my god, I can't speak. Never mind.
Bourgeoisie is a hard word.
I like, my teacher always said bourgeoisie, I think.
Bourgeoisie? Oh.
Yeah, because there's an R in it, right?
Actually, based off of what I know about the American public school system, that kind of makes sense.
Yeah, so like
bourgeoisie. Okay.
But I think it's bourgeoisie. Oh my, never mind.
Whatever they need to build the hardest jumps in Parkour Civilization. But the biggest change was bringing back Totems of Undying. Totems are free, but you're only allowed to have one at a time. I didn't want people grabbing like 20 of these and living forever and never ranking down, so one is the max. The next change I made was to the food supply. When I was a master, you had to build your own jumps to get food, and I was not a fan of that system because I almost starved because of it. So getting food is now different as a parkour master.
Is that
now
like
you have to do 2 4-block jumps if you want to get food. Every day, masters can make these jumps to get 3 golden carrots. Or if you're like me and you're the parkour champion, you never lose hunger, so no need to do these jumps. Alright, well, I guess some parkour pros about to be eating good today. And of course, even if you do get the food, you still have to make the 2 4-block jumps to get back. Now, on to the part that I don't really have figured out yet, and that's buying skyscrapers.
There's a part of me that just wants to use the water bucket to like climb on the wall rather than just do the jump.
When I was a master, I did 2 360s to buy a skyscraper, so I kind of like the idea of building a jump to buy a house. But the problem is that there are no more daily tasks, so I don't know who's gonna sell the houses. Okay, I don't have everything figured out yet, but this is my favorite part of Parkour City, the new parkour arena. Being a noob or being a pro is just about building your parkour skills, but becoming a master is when you actually have to learn how to fight with parkour, and this is the new place to do it. Up here, masters have everything they need to challenge each other to parkour battles. They can battle for fun, or they can battle to the death. I haven't really figured out if I should set a rule on that. But anyways, this is also the place that masters go to if they want to challenge me to become the parkour champion. But I probably got to change some things because I was not ready for the first day. Alright, well, parkour battles are open to the public. Oh, look at that. I already got some challengers.
Oh my god, it's alien.
How many? Bro, what? How many people want to challenge me? I realized that masters usually never saw the parkour champion, so this was new to them.
Hello, champion Evbo. I can't wait to die in this parkour battle.
Oh yeah, good luck to you too. Wait, what? Alright, let's do this. Parkour battle starts now.
Wait. Can you please attack me with a 360 jump?
You want me to attack you with a 360?
Yes, please.
Okay, I guess I can do that. Bro, what is going on? Can this guy do a 360? Alright, I'm attacking you with a 3-block 360 jump.
No way, you actually did the 360.
I am so confused. What is this parkour battle? Wait, you didn't even try it.
I know. I get to die by the champion Evbo's 360. This is the best day ever.
You wanted to? Oh, shoot.
Oh my
Okay, this is so weird. If this is how all of the challenges are gonna go, I need to make some new rules on parkour battles. Overall, it's safe to say that things are going great in Parkour Civilization. People are now free, and life is what it should be like. But even though things are going so well, there's still one small thing I haven't been able to wrap my head around. At the edge of Parkour Civilization, there's a bridge that leads to nowhere. My friend who found this said that this wasn't here before, meaning that whatever or whoever made this must have done it recently. The thing is that no one knows what's outside of Parkour Civilization. Once you reach the edge, the jumps just stop, and there's nowhere left to go. So far, my friend and I haven't figured out anything new, except for now. Alright, man, what's going on?
This is strange. Something's stopping me from building the bridge even further. But this is where it gets weird. I tried throwing blocks, and they just disappeared.
My friend was right. He gave me a block to throw, and when I threw it, it just disappeared instead of falling.
They found the edge of the simulation.
Something that I can't see. Alright, well, looks like there's nothing left for us to do. I gotta go visit the old man. I said I'd visit him like a long time ago and I never did. Before we found the bridge at the edge of Parkour Civilization, the old man said he needed to tell me something that he should have told me a long time ago. But I just got so busy with champion stuff and trying to change the entire rules of society and whatnot, and I forgot to come down here. Alright, old man, I'm ready for your story. And of course he's gone. Bro, why does this guy always disappear when I need him? I need to put like a tracker on him or something. I looked around the neighborhood and I had no clue where he went.
He's literally like the Communist Party.
Standing in the distance.
Yeah,
oh, that's a relief. I thought he was trying to pull another jump in the void move on me. Can you at least leave a sign or something when you go places so I can find you? Wait, what? Why are you taking damage? What's going on?
Evbo, you made it. Quick, I don't have much time. I'm old and I'm dying. But I needed you to hear this.
No,
He's got the
no,
old age
this
debuff.
can't be
That's
happening.
crazy.
Why didn't you say anything? I could have done something. I don't get it. You know I have the command blocks. We could have found you a cure.
There is no cure for old age, my boy. It is not my destiny to live on, but it is your destiny to keep going and to save Parkour Civilization once more. I should have told you sooner about the 5th layer of Parkour Civilization, but it is too late. I fear that evil is returning.
The 5th layer of Parkour Civilization?
Beyond the edge, you'll find it. If this evil returns, Parkour Civilization will be destroyed.
That's where the bridge leads to? Another level of Parkour Civilization.
My time is here, Evbo. I need you to end my suffering with a parkour battle.
No, that's not fair. You can't ask
Bro's
me to
just
do
gonna
that.
die
I'm not
anyway.
asking, Evbo, I need this, please.
I never would have thought this was what it would come to, but the old man gave me no choice, and I had to honor his word.
Thank you, Evbo, for everything. You are and always will be a better champion than I ever was. I hope to be with the parkour god now.
And just like that, the old man, my mentor, and my friend was gone. Without him, I would have never become the champion of Parkour Civilization. And now there's a new evil that I'll have to face alone, without the help of the old man. But he trusted me. He knew that I was the only one capable of saving Parkour Civilization. So now wasn't the time to stop. Now was time to honor the old man's legacy by finding this lost civilization, and getting rid of this evil before it destroys all of Parkour Civilization. Alright, well, this is it. Somewhere beyond this bridge is the lost civilization. And I think we both know that the only way I can get there is to just jump. Look, I don't know what's gonna be on the other side, but if anything happens, I trust you with Parkour Civilization. Just make sure you get better at 360s while I'm gone.
We'll both be doing 360s once we make it back together. See you on the other side.
No, wait! But before it could stop him, my friend jumped off the end of the bridge and he just disappeared in thin air. Of course he did that. Alright, well, I guess this is now not a solo mission. I have no way of knowing what lies beyond the bridge. And there's a very real chance that I never see Parkour Civilization ever again. But I spent my life fighting to save Parkour Civilization. And if there's an evil out there that threatens to destroy the world, then I'm gonna fight again. At the very least, I owe it to the old man to try. Okay, time to find out if I can parkour on water. Yep, I knew this was such a bad idea. Okay, I'm still alive.
Water parkour, disgusting.
Alright, just one jump at a time. I only have to do like 5 more of those, of course. Yep, I'm not making it back to Parkour Civilization. In all my time in Parkour Civilization, I've never heard of water parkour. But you know what they say? The first time to try is when you're floating over the void in a civilization that you never knew existed. The worst part is that I don't even know if I have a way back to Parkour Civilization. Things were going great as the champion of Parkour Civilization, but of course, all good things come to an end. Someone made a bridge at the edge of the world that leads to a new civilization. And the old man told me that there's an evil here that could destroy Parkour Civilization. The old man believed that I could be the one to save the world again. And if that meant jumping off a bridge at the edge of the world, then so be it. After jumping, I was teleported to this new civilization with one problem. My friend was gone. I don't know what happened to him or if he's even alive still. But all I know is that I'm stuck in a lost civilization doing the scariest parkour I've ever done. Okay, that was way too close. If I ever make it back to Parkour Civilization, I'm adding water jumps to practice. Alright, well, now what to do? I looked around and saw nothing. No sign of life.
We need to play a game where we take a shot
friend.
every time he says parkour or civilization.
So this was supposed to be the 5th layer of Parkour Civilization. Everywhere I looked was a 3-block jump, which is the same as it is on the master level. But that's when I saw something in the distance. Structures made out of blocks that I've never seen before.
Oh no.
When you call the country...
Are these the blocks?
Oh my god. If you did a drinking game where you took like a single drop of alcohol every time they mentioned Parkour Civilization, you'd probably still get drunk.
Yeah, you'd probably get alcohol poisoning from that.
Is a civilization out here, but how did they get this far away from parkour civilization? And why are they here? Man, imagine how easy my life would
That
be if
looks
someone
like
just made a
Squidward's
parkour
houses.
civilization history book. I could have just read about this place and I wouldn't have had to risk my life coming here. But no one likes to write anything down and everyone likes to keep secrets, which makes my life so much harder.
They kinda
Whatever.
look like
I guess what I
chickens.
said before really is true.
The-
Parkour is used for
buildings?
everything in life.
Yeah.
You make jumps to buy a house, you make jumps to get food, but
Uh,
more importantly,
I don't
you
see
make
it.
jumps to know the truth. So now the question is, how many more jumps do I have to make to figure out the truth about this place? From what I saw, it looked like all of the houses on this level were abandoned. That was
Oh my
until
God,
they
wait, it's
weren't.
a
On
raw
the other
chicken.
side of the house, someone came out of the room. It was a parkour pro. People were actually alive in this
Wait.
civilization. But when the person came closer, I realized that this wasn't a pro at all. Oh, let's go. You don't know how happy I am to see someone here. Can you please explain to me where we are and who you are? You have chain boots.
If you seek to know answers, you must beat me in a parkour battle.
Ah, see, this is what I'm talking about. People can't just say anything without doing parkour. All right, let's battle. I watched as the person in chain boots built quite a long parkour combo for his first attack. Whoever these people were knew how to fight.
You must build the jumps I have built. The parkour battle will start and end on this block.
The battle will start and end on this block? What is going on? All right, well, he said to build the jumps that he just built, so I guess I'll start with that. I don't know if I should feel bad for him. I don't know if these people out here know that I'm the parkour champion. But if I got to destroy someone in a parkour battle for some answers, I got no problem
Pretty
hitting them
cool.
with the classic Evbo 360s. All right, I built all the jumps you did, so how is this gonna work? Are you gonna attack first, or do you want me to attack first?
Are you ready to battle?
I mean, yeah, I've been standing here.
Why does he
you
sound
can go
like
first
that?
if you want.
Are you
I don't care.
ready to
I watched as the
battle?
guy in chain boots did a 6-jump parkour combo for his first attack. All right, seems easy enough. Time for my
You
turn.
lost, parkour champion. We will return and have our revenge.
He knows
It-
who I am. Something was
It's
wrong.
a race.
I pulled out my totem of undying, and just as I did, I got hit with an attack that would have killed me. Whatever this parkour battle was something I didn't know how to defend against. I had to get out of here. If that person battles me again, I don't know if I can survive another attack. I don't even know what he hit me with. How did that attack do 10 hearts? And I couldn't even counter with an attack of my own. This is bad. This is so bad. My totem of undying is gone. If I lose another parkour battle, or if I miss a single jump, it's over. I have no second chances, which means I'm gonna have to do what I do best and parkour to survive. Within a few seconds, the guy in chain boots was gonna see me, but I had a plan. I couldn't run. I had to fight back. Right when the guy came around the corner, I placed down 2 blocks and attacked him with a 3-block 360. From everything I know about parkour battles, he had no choice but to accept the challenge. But if this guy knows something I don't, then I just made a huge mistake. Luckily, it looked like he was forced to battle me.
You have only bought yourself time, champion. We will return.
I watched as the person attempted the 360, but they missed it. Okay, I am very thankful that 360s don't exist out here. I might have gotten lucky in this first
getting
parkour battle, but
carried.
now that I know that there's an entire civilization that wants revenge on the parkour champion, I think it's safe to say that I am nowhere close to being safe. The only thing I know now is that no one should be living in this house
Bro's
anymore,
gonna get
so
the
I should be
4-block
safe here.
360
Oh
pulled out on
man,
him.
am I happy to see you.
And just when I thought I caught a break, I heard a voice. And it was the voice of someone I thought I got rid of a long time ago. I slowly turned around to see
I
someone
think 4-block
standing right
360s
behind
are
me.
plastic
I
wood.
thought I was gonna be stuck in here alone forever, but now you're here.
Before anything could happen, I set up a 3-block diagonal jump to get ready to
Ooh.
attack with.
Whoa.
Wait, the guy's just
chill.
being nice,
I'm not
and
looking
he-
for a fight. I'm just trying to survive like you. You can relax.
Siwat made his way closer to me, and I realized he wasn't wearing gold boots anymore. He was wearing chain boots as well. Hold on, what is going on? How are you here?
Pretty crazy, right? An entire level of parkour civilization that we didn't even know existed. It's really cool, but we're kind of stuck here, so I guess that's not so cool.
Okay, yeah, I've gotten that by now. I have eyes of my own, but how did you get here?
Well, I made the bridge, which I'm guessing you found.
Ooh.
After you became champion, I knew I had to run. I had nowhere to hide, but the only chance of survival I had was the rumor that there was a lost civilization somewhere beyond the edge. And as
You
it turns
found the
out,
lost
it was
parkour
much more than just a
civilization.
rumor. So, since you ruined Parkour Civilization...
You mean saved it from you maniacs?
Yeah, whatever. I thought I'd start a new life here, but that's when I realized everyone in this level is crazy and wants to destroy Parkour Civilization along with everyone in it, which includes me. So yeah, I could probably use your help here.
See what can't be trusted, and if I decide
I don't
not
know.
to attack
I
him,
might be
be
with
making
the
a huge
Outlanders here.
mistake.
Like, so far, all I've seen about Parkour Civilization is that it's gone from like an oppressive, like hierarchy system to like a slightly less oppressive communist system. I don't know. Maybe these guys are onto something.
Yeah. Either way, it's not great.
Why would I trust you now, after all that you've done?
Bro, I don't have any more blocks to attack you with. Besides, we need each other if we're gonna survive and make it out alive.
Ah, fine, this is gonna be a huge mistake. Okay, so fill me in. What exactly is this place? What was the 5th layer of Parkour Civilization?
I don't know. They were some kind of fighters. Here, you should put these on so you don't stand out.
Really? You think I'm gonna fall for that? You want me to take off my champion boots?
What do you think I'm gonna do? Steal them from your inventory? That's not even possible. I'm just trying to help you hide.
Okay, that's a valid point. I'll give it to you. Man, I hate it when the villains make sense. I took off my champion boots and I put on my new pair of chain boots. I don't even know if this is gonna work, but if it helps me avoid at least one more parkour battle against one of these fighters, then I'm all for it. I followed Siwa until we arrived at what he wanted to show me, and we were standing in front of the parkour temple. But this one was different. The entire thing was in ruins. Siwa said this entire level used to exist in Parkour Civilization, but somehow it was erased and removed from history like it never even happened. The worst part is that everyone that was on this level of civilization when it was erased got trapped here with no way back. The question now is, how was an entire level of Parkour Civilization erased, and why? I didn't want to believe it, but the evidence was right in front of me. Inside this parkour temple, there was a statue that indicates that there was a 5th level of civilization. Okay, this is a lot to wrap my head around. So back then, there was a rank between being a pro and being a master. And as far as I can tell, these people know how to fight. Maybe a little too well, to be honest. Siwat started to make the climb to get up to the top of the parkour temple. Back when this level was in Parkour Civilization, this is the course you would have to do to actually become a parkour master. The course to make it to the top was starting to fade away, but if you're good enough at parkour, you can still make it. Of course, it was no problem for me being the champion. Okay, that was actually kind of close. All right, let's see what it looks like in here. Whoa, this was not what I was expecting it to look like. Inside the temple was the place where you would rank up if you were on this level of civilization. Siwat started telling me that there's something in this temple that the people living on this civilization want. The problem is that they haven't been able to get it because the door is locked. He said that this course is different from all of the others. He said it wasn't just about making the parkour jumps to get up to the top, but it was about winning the parkour battles. Apparently, the only way to rank up and get that door open is to win 4 parkour battles in a row. But these parkour battles weren't just fought against anybody. They were fought against parkour legends. Each of these 4 battles was fought against a parkour legend who has spent their entire life mastering a specific type of parkour. But Siwat said these legends don't just show up. He said that there are 4 discs, and each disc summons a parkour legend. Only by getting all 4, you can make it to the top and open the door. Okay, let me get this straight. So there are 4 discs. Each disc summons a parkour legend, and you have to beat all 4 in a row in order to get the door open. And the people of this civilization want something behind the door. So I guess this is the part where you tell me I need to stop them from getting the door open.
Actually, the opposite. I think they want something that will let them escape. So we need to get the discs first and get out of here before they do.
Okay, so we just gotta find the discs before these people do, and we can get out of here before they destroy the world. I might be the best player in the world at parkour, but that doesn't mean I'm not worried about the journey ahead. I mean, the people in this civilization have been
Hold on. Bro is not the best parkour player in the world. Can we make that distinction right
I don't
there?
know. He made a triple neo, no setup.
That's true. He's not bad. I'm not saying he's bad. He's a good parkourist. I'm just saying. Kalen exists.
Stuck here for years. They've had all of this time to find the discs, but they haven't gotten a single one of them yet. That means I can only assume that getting a disc is impossible for most people. Maybe it's even impossible for me. Bro, how has Siwat not even made it down yet?
Look, buddy, I know you're the mighty champion and whatnot, but you should probably play it a bit safer. If you die here, I don't know what happens. And if you fall into the void, I don't know if you're coming back.
If you don't remember, I don't like you, so can you just focus on yourself and let's get this over with?
Okay, fine.
Oh
Don't
my
listen to me.
God.
I need to know something.
Can I
came
clip
here
that
with
and
my
make that a
friends, and when I...
soundbite?
Please.
That's gonna be my new Discord join sound. In case you don't remember, I don't like you.
I got here, he was gone. Just, can you tell me if you saw him or something?
Nope. If you haven't seen him by now, there's a good chance he's gone, but maybe I'm wrong. Here, you're gonna need this. This compass will guide you to the place where you can find the first disc. Good luck, man.
It was time to go searching for the disc that would summon the first legend of parkour. If my friend is alive out there somewhere, I'll find him. But right now, I have to do this journey alone. Wait, why am I doing this alone? Wait, you were just gonna sit here and watch me risk my life? Why aren't you coming?
You're the champion. I can't parkour like you. Or if you want to give me blocks so I can fight, but I feel like that's not an option.
You're right, I would never give you blocks in a million years. Alright, well, I guess that is a valid reason to go by myself. Looks like it's up to me to save the world again, but that's kind of my thing. Just one jump at a time. Oh no, I hope this isn't a parkour checkpoint.
Stop right there.
Yep, of course it is. I'm in trouble.
We already have a parkour search team looking for the disc as we speak. We weren't expecting more company.
This is really bad. If I don't find a way past this checkpoint, it might be the end of parkour civilization. Alright, I got two options. I can talk or I can fight. Let's try the talking thing first. I was transferred here from another parkour search team. Yeah, apparently the job was taking too long.
Yeah, that figures. Just build the password and I'll let you through.
Oh, great. The
Ooh,
password is
password, that's
parkour.
smart.
That means there are literally an
Yeah.
infinite number of possibilities that the password could be, and there's no way I'm guessing this. So, no more of the talking thing. It's time to parkour battle. I set up a 3-jump parkour combo for my attack. This was it. There is no going back now. Once I start this battle, the guy will know I'm the parkour champion, and everyone will be after me. But I have no choice. I attacked with a 3-block vertical to a 4-block to a 4-block
Hold
diagonal.
on.
I
Hold
have
on.
no
I want to see
choice.
that
I
last jump
attacked
again.
with a 3-block vertical to a 4-block to a 4-block diagonal.
That was nice.
Jump. Let's go.
That
I
was a good
challenge
one.
you
That
to
was
a
All right, password accepted. You're good. Good luck finding any information about the disc. We need it.
password accepted. Wait, this was the password?
We can never be too careful. I heard the parkour champion's out there somewhere. I can't believe he actually thought it would be a good idea to come here.
Yeah, why would he do that? Don't worry, we'll find this parkour champion. I heard he's not even that good at parkour. Oh, okay, good to see my disguise is still working. Once I made it past the parkour
I was about to
checkpoint,
say, I've
everything
heard he's
changed.
incredibly
All of the
good
grass block
looking.
jumps had turned into ice and snow. Any normal person would turn around, but I have to keep going. After realizing that I was stranded
Ice jumps
in
are
this
fun.
layer of
They
parkour
are.
civilization, I learned that the only way out of
Especially
here is to
now,
find 4
1.20
discs
that
that
they
summon
Yeah,
4
they're so
parkour
much better
legends.
now.
But if these discs fall into the wrong hands, parkour civilization might be destroyed. So the only option I had was to team up with my enemy, because whether I like it or not, that might be my
Oh, it's the
only
anime
chance to
recap
make it out
episode.
alive.
Okay.
As much as I don't trust Siwat, the compass definitely led me to the right place. I was supposed to be finding the disc that
I
would
hate
summon the
filler
ice
in my
legend of
Parkour
parkour. And if I didn't know any better,
Civilization
I would
When's
say
the
I'm in the right
Parkour,
area. Now, I just need to
Civilization
find
Beach
this disc
episode?
before
That's
anyone
all I
gets
can
here. The
remember.
problem is that I don't even know where to start. I tried looking for clues inside one of these houses, but all of the doors were locked. The fighters on this level have supposedly been looking for this disc for a long time, which can only mean 2 things. They can't find
looks
it,
like a temple
or
over
they
there.
can't get to it. In the distance, I saw a structure that looked like it was a parkour course. When I got
Those guys are
closer, I
kinda
saw
giving,
that
like,
the course was made
Aether
completely
builds.
out of ice blocks. And at the
Like the
very
Aether
top,
dimension?
there was a dispenser.
Yeah.
An entire course made out of ice sounds like where the ice
Like,
legend
ever
disc
so
would
slightly.
be. This has to be it, right? Maybe the problem wasn't finding the disc, but getting to it. Maybe the jumps were too hard for people, or people are just too afraid to try. Whatever the reason is, I gotta make this course before someone else does and get the disc. The people here might be too afraid to try these jumps, but I'm not, because if the fate of the world depends on it, then I won't hesitate to risk my life. I didn't have too much experience with ice parkour, but I was still staying on the blocks,
Oh,
which is
that's a
all that
nasty
mattered.
jump
Only 2 jumps
first.
left. Come on,
This
I-
last
ice
one?
parkour, but I was still staying on the
That's
blocks to take
3
to
plus
risk
1,
my
right?
life. I
Or
didn't
is that
have
2
too
plus
much
1?
experience with ice parkour,
That's
but
a
I was
3 plus
still
1.
staying on
But
the
it's not
blocks, which is
too
all that
bad.
mattered. Only 2 jumps left.
If you
Come
don't
on,
have
I can do
experience
this.
with
I
ice,
went for the
I
last
guess.
2 jumps, and I
Rough.
made it to the
Yeah.
top. Let's go, I did
He
it.
is doing this
So
all
does
without
that make me an
practice
ice
in
parkour
canon,
legend
which
now?
is-
I mean, I don't see anyone else doing the course. All right, let's just hope that no one got to the
This
disc
isn't
before
very
I did. If
realistic.
it's still
By
here,
now
then
he
I
would have,
only
like,
have 3
forgotten
more
to
to
press
go. Let's
space
do
at
this.
least a
I
couple
hit the button
times.
and an item
Yeah.
came out. Let's go. It was still here. I got the disc to summon
That's-
the. Wait, what?
yeah, that's not a
House
disc.
key? Bro, are you serious? I did all of that just to buy a house? Okay, well, now I'm back to square one. I have no clue where to find the disc, and I bought a house that I don't need. Now that I think about it, I might be the first one in history to have bought a house on every layer of Parkour Civilization. Was it worth risking the entire fate of the
Did you
world
buy
and
one
my
in the
life?
last
Probably not, but is it
sand
cool?
area?
Yes.
In the
Okay,
which
now I
one?
have a real reason to make it out of
sand
here.
area
I
in
need
the
No.
someone to know this story.
I-
All right,
but
I
this
gotta
is
get
still
back on
technically the
track. I
same
need
layer.
to find this disc. Whoever
That's
lived in
true.
these houses before were doing some pretty serious parkour. One of the jumps to get to the beds was a 5-block ice jump. Is that even possible?
Ooh.
I opened the chest expecting to find nothing, but to my surprise, there was a book. When I opened it
It's
up,
the
I
journal.
realized it was written in parkour. Luckily,
It was written in parkour. That's the scene. Oh my gosh.
for me, I've been
Well,
learning
as
how to
parkour
read the
pros
parkour
ourselves,
language,
we can,
so
like,
I
read
could
this,
translate a little bit
obviously,
of it.
but-
The book said that people would live in these houses to train for the Ice Legends
Wait,
course. A
did you
little
just
bit
said
of
that he
parkour.
could translate
Luckily, to
it?
my surprise, there was a book. When I opened it up, I realized it was written in parkour. Luckily for me, I've been learning how to read the parkour language, so I could translate a little bit of it. The book said that people would live in these houses to train for the Ice Legends course. The book said that people would often spend years here just training so they could be good enough to complete the impossible ice course. Well, that's reassuring. I definitely do not have years to train on these
Impossible ice
jumps,
course.
but the book did mention an Ice Legends course, and if the disc was gonna be anywhere, it was probably gonna be there. The only problem now is finding this course. I mean, it's probably not gonna be a big building standing in the middle of the open. Oh, okay, well, I think I found it.
It was, in fact, a big building standing in the middle of the open.
What the Ice Legends parkour course was, but if I had to guess, this had to be it. Even from afar, this looked like the hardest parkour course I've ever seen.
You know,
And
honestly, there's some pretty lenient head hitter jumps here.
I have to be
Yeah.
the one to do it because
Like, that slab
Yeah.
makes it a lot easier.
Imagine you just like logged onto Miner for Ice Age or something instead.
Ice Age was one of the easier maps on Miner, in my opinion.
I can't bring myself to get past the first like part where you do like 5 neos and then a random double neo and then like a knee up and then like 4 black plus ones or like
That's fair. I do like my Neos, and I do crutch on inventory jams for those 4+1s or 3.
yeah
4+1s.
yeah.
the world will end if I
4+1s.
don't. Bro, I don't even
4+1s.
get paid for being the parkour champion. This is so
That's
not
what I
worth it.
said
If this
first.
entire course is to just buy another house, I think I might just get it over with and
I need
jump
to
off.
challenge
But I
Evbo
quickly
to a
realized
parkour
that I was
battle.
at the right
Get me in
place because
touch.
at that moment I
I'm
saw
down.
someone completing the course. Someone was after the disc, and right now they were on track to get it before me. That means not only do I have to survive every jump, but I have to do it fast if I want to catch up. The problem is that this course wasn't the course to go fast on. These were ice jumps, and that means even the slightest
No, it is the
miscalculation
course
It
could
is the
send you
course to go
sliding
fast
right
on.
off the edge.
IMTG
And that's
would
not something
very
I'm interested
kindly
in doing.
disagree.
I was only at the beginning, and yet each jump seemed like it was getting harder and harder. This next jump was a head hitter, meaning if I missed
Ooh.
Hold on.
Head hitter ice parkour is rough.
I don't know why it's
Why,
Magic
why
the
is there
Gathering.
Magic the
I
Gathering?
don't know.
Why?
Oh, where's IMTG's stuff? IMTG has such good ice parkour courses. It might be on a different channel. Yeah. It's like on imtg.2. Where is it? There's like a really good ice parkour. I think it's this one. No, this isn't
What
it.
is this?
There's some like, I don't know. It's like any ice parkour from IMTG.
Yeah, it is just really
Like this
satisfying.
one.
Yeah, I don't get how people.
Ice
if you wanna-
parkour isn't supposed to be fast. Kindly disagree.
Some people get like extra boosts on that level, and I don't understand how they do it. Like they
time my
get
jump?
farther
No.
launches.
Well, let's
It's
just
not
make sure
the
I don't do that,
place.
please.
You don't go slow on
These
ice
jumps
parkour.
that I
Maybe
was
here
making
you
were
do.
harder than anything that even exists in Parkour Civilization. If I somehow make it back alive, I am definitely making the practice courses harder at home. As much as I wish I had more practice on ice jumps, I always say that the best time to try new parkour is when you're in a life or death situation. Now that I think about it, that saying doesn't really make any sense, but who am I kidding? I'm just stalling because I have to do a 5-block vertical jump, and there's definitely a 50-50 chance I don't make it, but the fear of death never stopped me from trying. I cleared the 5-block
he's got the
vertical jump,
RNG
and
on
I
his
was
side.
still on
He
the
really
course.
is
When I
hitting
looked ahead,
everything,
I
like,
saw that I had almost
the
caught up
first
to
try,
the
which is
parkour
pretty
fighter
nice.
that was doing the course with
That jump
me.
would
At
take
the
me,
rate I'm
like,
going, I'll pass him
10
and make it to the
attempts on
disc
a
first.
hypixel housing.
But I also have to hope that he doesn't recognize that I'm not one of them.
Wait, what? Who are you?
Just
Why
punch
are
him.
you here?
It'd be so
I'm
funny.
supposed to be the only one gathering information about the Ice Legend disc.
Oh, yeah, boss sent me here. He said you were taking too long, and he wanted things to speed up, so he sent me. Bro, why did I say boss?
Oh, if boss sent you, very well. I haven't been able to get past the 5-block jump, but if you think you can do it, go right ahead.
Oh, yeah, of course. You know boss's orders, right? Bro, how did that even work? Okay, let's just get out of here. Somehow, I escaped the interaction without a parkour battle, which is
Oh
great,
my
because if I had to
God.
fight here, that would be really
Yeah,
bad.
he's
But
just
now
he's
I
not
know
like
that
using
they
force
have a
momentum or
boss
anything.
a
He's just
leader. Someone is
sending it.
leading these fighters to go find all of the
Yeah.
discs. And I can
Oh.
only assume that whoever this leader is wants revenge on Parkour Civilization.
Oh,
what is
Not
that
even
looks
one guy
ugly.
literally said word
That's
for word
an
he
ugly
wants
jump.
revenge on Parkour Civilization, so I
That
guess that's a
is
pretty clear indicator.
Is that
All right, I
possible?
really need to stop monologuing right before I'm
Technically?
about to go for a death-defying jump. Please make it, please make it. Oh,
yes,
that
it is.
should not have been possible. With every
I should
jump,
not have
I felt like
doubted
I was barely
Evbo, the
staying on the
parkour
edge, but I wouldn't
champion.
expect anything less from a course that was made by a parkour legend. Every jump was designed to be nearly impossible, including this 5-block jump, which I'm about to complete. I can make it. No! Just when I thought my journey was over, there was a block under me to catch my fall. Oh, that could not have been any closer.
How could you have gotten a water bucket?
And I just blew my cover. I
Oh.
forgot these guys don't have water buckets. I had no choice but to engage in a parkour battle. I needed the chance to attack first, and my attack was going to be something that would end the battle immediately.
Oh
There you
my
have
God.
it, 2-block backwards
Okay.
jump, buddy. And just so you know, I've never lost a parkour battle. Obviously, that's not true, but the intimidation worked.
The void is more honorable than losing a battle to the champion.
And just like that, the parkour battle was
Oh my
over. Bro,
God.
what do these people have against me? How is dying
be
in the void
so
more
funny to
honorable
just
than
punch him
battling me?
off, though.
Despite dealing with a little emotional pain, I got rid of the parkour fighter unharmed. Now, there was no one standing in my way to get the disc. All I had to do was make it past this 5-block jump. The fighters that have been trapped here for years haven't been able to make it, but if there was someone to do it, it was gonna be me. If I was the first one to make the
momentum.
5-block jump, that means
Good
there's
usage
a
of
good
momentum.
chance that the disc is still here. And I only have a few more jumps before I can get to the top and retrieve it. I've come
Ooh,
too
ice
far in this journey to
ladders.
fall
Yeah,
now.
and
Getting
there's
this
not-
disc means saving the world,
yeah.
and maybe even saving my friend.
That's
So I have
ugly.
no choice but to succeed.
Yeah.
I made
That-
the last
can we-
of the work
Ooh.
up. Good chance that the
this
disc
jump,
is
this
still
slab
here.
jump,
And I
this is
only have
really
a few
ugly
more
too,
jumps
'cause,
before I
like,
can
it's
get
right
to
up
the
against
top
a
and
wall.
retrieve it. I've come too far in
So
this
it's
journey
not
to
easy
fall
to,
now.
like, force
Getting
momentum.
this disc means saving the world, and maybe even saving my friend. So I have no choice but to succeed. I made the last ladder jump, and there I was, standing down at the hardest parkour course I've ever completed. Now, it's time to find
Oh, this
out
one's
if
weird
this
'cause of the
journey
ladder
was
there.
truly worth the risk. Just one more easy jump, nothing crazy. Oh, okay, no surprise there. I never fall on the easy jumps. It's time to find out if the disc is still here.
Can we go back
or
to
if
that
it even
scene where he,
exists
like,
at
falls a
all.
1-block
I walked
jump?
up and stood on the
The very
pedestal,
first
and an
episode.
item appeared in my hand. This time,
Ice
it wasn't a
legend.
house key. It was
Ice
the
legend.
disc to summon the ice legend of parkour. Siwat was telling the truth. He could have led me into a trap,
Wait,
but
is
he
this an
didn't.
avatar?
The discs are real, and now I have one of the 4. All I have to do is get the
Long
other
ago,
3,
the
and
4
that's my ticket
parkour
home.
masters lived
Hopefully,
in
my
harmony.
friend's still out there, so I can bring him home too. And maybe Siwat. I don't really want to bring him home.
Hey, hold up. Where are you going? Why are you not gathering information about the disc? You said you were transferred here to help.
Yeah, I was, but it looked like the other guy had it all under control. I mean, he was really good at parkour. He said he didn't need me anymore.
Yeah, that sounds like him, all right. We've been best friends since we were kids. I don't know what I'd do without him. All right, you're good to go.
Thanks, man. Wish you and your friend the best. Oh, that's so awkward. I think I might have just created a new supervillain. All right, I'm sure there's a part of you that wanted me to fail, but I made it back and I got the disc.
No way you actually got the disc.
Yep, 1 down and 3 more to go.
We can actually do this. Or you can do this. You got it, man.
The journey was far from over. Siwat gave me the compass that would lead me to the second parkour legend.
Ooh, glass
now that
pane
I have
jumps.
the disc for the ice legend, I was now searching for
This
the
is my
legend
weakness.
of glass parkour. Oh, as if the journey wasn't as difficult as
On
it
the,
was
the
already.
Fox
This legend
580
just had to be
parkour.
glass. I have
No,
a
that
feeling
wasn't
there's
even
a
the
very
worst.
slim chance I make it back alive.
Was
It
that
was
glass
3 more to
pins?
go.
It was
Just 3 more.
I think so.
Getting
Which was a
past
pain,
parkour
but-
checkpoint is no easy task. I can't use parkour as a bribe here, and I'm definitely not guessing the parkour password this time. That means the only way through is to fight. Saving the world is exhausting. Alright, let's get this over with. No point in introducing myself since this should be over soon. You know, I probably shouldn't be this confident since these people seem to know way more about parkour battles than I do, but I'm still the parkour champion, so being confident is a part of the job. I started the battle with a 3-block vertical sideways
Oh my
ladder
God.
jump, but the parkour fighter didn't even look surprised, even though I just challenged him to a parkour battle.
All right, champion. Let's see if you're as good as they say.
I watched as the fighter attempted the jump, but failed. Oh, this is gonna be quicker than I thought. Okay, that attack should have done at least 5 hearts, so one more attack and I can get back to saving the world. Might as well just put this guy out of his misery and hit him with the signature Evbo 360. Under pressure, I made a 3-block
Nice.
flower pot
Ooh.
360. Against most people, that would have ended the battle, but I soon realized that this wasn't a normal parkour battle. Oh, great. I should have just tried guessing the password.
This attack will give you poison.
His attack only works if his jump is harder than mine, but I don't think a 3-block brewing stand jump is harder than my 360. I think I'm about to win this, but when the fighter went for the jump, he added a 180.
I bet you thought this would be easy.
Adding a
Bro
180
added
to
the
his jump
180
must
when
have
you
made his attack
landed.
harder because he would have taken
I
damage
kinda
by
see
now.
that.
This is not good. If I don't build a harder attack right now, I'm gonna get poisoned, and that could be the end of me. That's why this is a perfect time to set up a jump that I've never attempted before. It's simple.
That does
If I
not
make
sound
this
like the
jump, I
perfect
win the
time.
battle. And the jump I was going for was a
What
3-block
is-
ladder 360. This had to work.
Oh,
I went for the
oh.
360. Please make it. But I failed. The attack hit me, and now I was being poisoned. I actually thought I was gonna win this battle, but now the odds are stacked against me. By the time the poison wore off, I had half a heart left, and the fighter
Oh
was
my
already
God.
planning out his next attack. From here on out, if I make a single mistake, my journey is over. But that's why I'm the one trying to save the world. If it was easy, everyone would be doing it. The fighter was setting up a parkour combo with ice blocks. Okay, this is good. I just mastered ice block jump. Wait,
Oh.
what? Before the fighter even attempted his attack, he just slipped off.
That's relatable.
Okay,
Yeah.
that was not how I thought it was gonna end. Doesn't matter. It looks like it's another win for me. Let's go. Even though I barely
needs
survived
food
the parkour
bad.
battle, I was stepping into more dangerous territory. This was where I was gonna find the disc to summon the glass legend of parkour. There are 4 discs I need to
Oh.
find in order to get back to parkour civilization.
Yeah, it is
I managed
Avatar.
to stay alive and get one of the discs so far, but the parkour fighters are still racing to get them before me, and now I know there's a boss leading them all. But if I can get the final 3 discs first, I can save the world. So far, I am very much liking the ice more than the glass, especially since most of the jumps are glass panes. Not that it makes a difference, but before I go any further, let's get my health back. The entire time I've been here, I've been
Okay.
using my champion boots to gain my hunger back. That's one part I didn't get. As the parkour champion, I don't really need food anymore, but everyone else does, so how are they getting food? Alright, I'm just gonna focus on getting the disc and get out of here as fast as I can. This
I
journey
thought he
was
fell there
different
for a
than the last
second.
one. Last time, I made it through the checkpoint without blowing my cover, but this
Yeah,
time,
these jumps
well, the
are
guard's in the
rough.
void. If some of the other fighters realize that the guard is
my
gone,
God,
they're
Britt's
gonna
gonna have
come
to learn
after
how to
me. So
two-tick.
I'm just gonna beat this course, get the disc, and get out of here before any of the fighters can catch me. Easier said than done, obviously, because this wasn't just any ordinary
Oh, they just
parkour
got to go
course.
right to
This
the course.
was designed for someone who is a master at glass parkour. Now, I'm all for having self-confidence and whatnot, but the reality is that I have never done jumps like these. This course was about to be all
Okay, those jumps
unexplored
don't look that
territory
bad.
for me, and
No,
I only
I-
have one chance to make all
I'm
of these
just
jumps.
still
But the
kinda
clock is
seething
ticking,
from some
and
of
I
the
need
glass
to get these
parkour
discs before any of the
jumps that I
fighters
have
do.
had to do in the
I would have
past.
been a lot more comfortable if the glass parkour course were glass
I don't mind
blocks
glass
and not
panes that
panes,
much.
but when do I ever get my way with anything? I will say that one thing keeping me going is that
They're
if
just
I
kinda
do
weird
make it
'cause,
back
like,
alive,
their
I mean,
hitbox
I
is
would have
smaller
to be the
than it
greatest of
looks.
all.
So if I wanted to be really mean, I would have taken away this jump. This glass pane jump right here.
Thing keeping me
And I
going
would have
is
made you
that
just
if
go
I do
straight
make
for
it
this
back
one.
alive, I mean, I would have to be the greatest of all time at parkour, right? While that thought sounds amazing, I just remembered that I've only gotten 1 disc so far. So if I manage to survive this course, which by looking at it doesn't seem likely to be honest, I still have 2 more massive parkour courses to go through before I can make it back. Alright, let's break this down real quick. So, if I miss a single jump, I die. If I have another battle with a parkour fighter, which is probably gonna happen, I die. And if Siwat has been plotting against me the entire time, well, I probably die. Well, alright, I think my chances are looking great. I take that back. Bro, what even are those parkour jumps? Alright, let's just get this over with. Glass jumps are all about precision.
Have you
Each
seen
glass jump is
the glass pane jumps at the end of the Pandora's box parkour? It's like the glass
Maybe.
pane, but then there's like a chain in the middle of it.
The one from the Pandora's
like-
box event.
Yeah. So you have to like neo around a chain while you're on a glass pane.
Yeah, I had to do a jump like that last night. I finished up Lost Soul on Zero Minor, and there was like a glass pane neo where you had to jump around a stone fence. It was not fun. I didn't like that one.
only 1/8 of the size of a regular block, meaning each jump has to be the perfect distance. That also means I get no momentum for this 3-block vertical jump.
mean, you
Please,
could if you
parkour
really
god.
wanted it.
Oh, okay. And the next jump is just as hard. The
I
4-block
can't wait
jump
for them to
onto
have
a
a
single
butterfly
pane
Neo
was
too.
terrifying, but I went for it and I barely stayed on the edge. Bro, to think I could have been at home just chilling, getting a parkour delivery to my house. Wait, do I even have a house anymore? Let's see. If this jump is possible,
You have
I only have
multiple.
to
You
do
were
a
just
2-block
bragging
jump.
about
This
it.
has to be a shortcut, right? No way I'm not taking this. Let's go. I get to skip some. No, that's a trick for sure. That jump's not possible. All right, no shortcuts for me
Alright.
today. I guess I gotta
That-
take the hard way.
I feel defeated.
slowly made my way through the
They
course,
did that
making
really
sure to take
confusing
my
anime
time with
thing
every
where they,
single
like,
jump. As of
show
now,
a
I
character
didn't see
dying,
any
and
other
it's like,
parkour
okay,
fighters
that's what
doing
could
the course,
happen,
so
and
Yeah.
I didn't need to worry about completing this course fast. I just needed to stay alive. But what if there's no fighters here because someone already completed the course and got the disc? Alright, let's just hope that's not the case. Oh my. Bro, are you serious? Not one of these staircases? Thankfully, I made it to the top of the horribly
Uh-oh.
designed
Paper.
staircase. But then, I saw something on the ground. It looked like a piece of paper. I picked it up, and it said something on it. It said, "Don't finish the course?" I had no clue what to make of this. I was so close to the end. I was almost at the second disc. So either someone is warning me about something, or this was an attempt to try to make me not get the disc. Well, this just got a lot more complicated. I decided that the second option was more likely. The fighters know that I'm looking for the discs,
Yeah,
so
these aren't-
maybe they had someone put this note
These
here
aren't
to
the
try to
worst
get me to
glass
stop
pane
looking
jumps.
for
Okay,
them.
that
But
one's
if that
pretty bad.
isn't their plan and someone is warning me,
that
then I
one's
could be
bad.
jumping
Glass
into an
pane.
ambush. At this point though, I don't even think it matters. As of
They really
now,
upped
the
their
only
game
way I
since the
know of
last
getting
movie.
back to Parkour Civilization
Yeah.
is getting all 4 discs. So even if getting this disc is going to lead me into a trap, I have to still try to get it. Only a few more jumps and I would be at the end. Do I go for a shortcut now? Why not? Let's do it. I swear, all
Oh
of this
my
better
God,
be some
okay.
crazy test to become the parkour god or something, because there's no way I'm doing this for free. Alright, one more jump and the disc is mine. Let's do this. I went for the last
also
final
remove the
jump
glass
and I
pane
made it.
there
I
and
had
just make them
completed
kneel
the
around.
Glass Legends
Yeah,
parkour
that would've
course.
been-
Let's
that
go.
would've been
Let's
fun.
get this disc, or let's fall into a trap. I hope it's the disc. When I stepped onto the pedestal, the dispenser
Glass
gave me the
Legend.
exact item I wanted to see. The disc to summon the Glass Legend of Parkour was now in my possession. Alright, 2 down, 2 to go. And now I just gotta worry about getting off of this course. Oh, this is the worst. I was making my way back to meet Siwat to get the compass for the 3rd disc, but that's when I saw something. It was a
Uh-oh.
massive building that I've never seen before. Obviously, I want to get the discs and get out of here as fast as I can, but my friend is still missing. Maybe there's a chance he's alive and he made it into this building and he's hiding here. Even if he's not here, I
Which
can afford a
friend?
little detour to find out. The building I walked into looked like it was
parkour
some
master from
old
the start of the
library.
movie.
Although most of the bookshelves looked like they were empty. Jeez, this staircase is even worse than the glass one. I didn't even think that was possible. I didn't know what I
Oh,
was looking for,
right,
but at the very
yeah.
least, I was hoping I could find a book that would at least give me a little information. I looked around until I finally saw a bookshelf with a book left in it. Okay, let me try not to fall off the edge while grabbing this. The book was written in parkour, but I could still understand a little bit of it.
It was
looked
written
like he
in
was talking about
parkour.
the champion boots. Something about hunger and powers. Well, that's not really new information for me. I've been using these boots to feed myself the entire time. Okay, let's see what else I can find in this library. I looked around and still there was no sight of my friend. I knew the chances chances were slim, but some part of me still believed that he would be here. But that's when I went up to the next floor and I saw someone. Oh no, I do not want to battle. Please just don't turn around. And she turned around.
It's you. You're back. Oh, I always knew you would change your mind.
Right. I'm
Aw.
back.
I never blamed you for what you did. I know it was a tough decision.
Okay, this woman does not know who I am, but I have no clue what she's talking about. I just gotta go with it, I guess.
I assume you're here to get your friend, correct?
My friend? You know where my friend is?
Oh, yes. I got the book around here somewhere. Forgive me. It's been a while since I've had to do parkour. I should be able to reach it.
Oh, not to worry. I'll get it. It's easy parkour. It's just that book right there, right? Yeah, don't worry. I'll do. No! Oh, no, that's not good.
The old lady.
At least she went out quickly. All
Bro,
right, let's
he
go get
should
this
have.
book.
He had
I
the
grabbed
bucket.
the book off the shelf
She
and
should have
started
waited.
reading. The book said something about a prison
That's
where
at
it's
least she went
impossible
out
to
quickly.
parkour. If the fighters captured my friend, that's probably where they took him. This is good news.
Wait, what did it say?
parkour. If the book said something about a prison where it's impossible
Parkour
to
prison?
parkour.
Didn't we
If
already
the
do that?
fighters
Oh,
captured my
impossible
friend,
to
that's
parkour.
probably where they
My
took him.
bad.
This is good news. This is great news, actually. This is the only evidence I have that my friend might be alive. And maybe Siwat knows where this prison is. I made my way back to Siwat to get the third compass from him. All right, I'm back. Whether
No.
you like it or not. Hello, Siwat.
Oh.
What are you doing in the corner? Are you napping?
Bro, I'm tired. You take so long.
I thought he
to
was
get
dead.
I take so long
Yeah.
to get these things,
Bro did
bro.
the
I hate you
parkour
so much.
save
I got the
drinking
second disc,
challenge.
but it's getting a little trickier to get past the checkpoints, but I still got it. I'm ready to go get the third one. Siwat threw me the third compass that would lead me to the Legend of Crystal parkour. There's one more
Crystal?
thing. I think my friend
I don't
might
feel
still
like
be
crystal
alive
jumps
in
are-
some prison. Do you know anything about it?
If that's true, then
I crazy
there's a
for
chance we
saying
can
that?
save him. But we gotta get the
Enrod,
third and
maybe.
fourth disc
Maybe.
first.
Okay, you're right. We'll get the discs before the fighters do. We'll save
my
my
God, maybe
friend
we'll get, like,
and we'll
a-
get out
like
of
a-
here. As
an
the journey
axe that
goes
you can
on, the
launch
jumps
with.
get harder and the stakes get
Or
higher.
a
I've
feather that
saved
you
the
can
world by
launch with.
myself before,
That's a good
but this
point. How
time
is
I
he
don't know
getting
if
the
I can do it alone.
compasses?
But if I can
Where did
find
Siwat
my friend
find
before
these?
it's too late, then I think we
Yeah.
have a chance.
If
If I make this parkour course, I'm one step
I don't
closer
know.
to saving the world. Even though this is parkour
Wait,
I've never done before,
did you
the
just
good
skip
news
over
is
a
I can
checkpoint?
take my time because there's no one else doing the. Oh no,
Oh.
I take that back.
Okay. If I were making this video now, instead of crystal, what would you replace it with? Because we've already done like
To get-
skinny jumps.
To be fair, crystal parkour is like weird for people who've never done it because the hitbox is like
Yeah, I get that.
odd.
Okay, but hear me out. Drip leaf parkour.
Ooh.
That would have been fun to watch. Or like mace parkour. There's a whole bunch of like mace parkour opportunities you can do.
That's true.
There's
You
a
could also
couple.
do like
Yeah,
yeah.
there's a couple different things you could try.
Back there is someone
Yeah.
doing the course. This is not good. If that person makes the parkour course before I do, they'll have their hands on one of the 4 discs I need to save the world. Which means I cannot take this parkour course slowly. Every single one of these parkour jumps were made up of crystals. And in all
He
my
did that
time
really
in parkour
weirdly.
civilization, I've never seen
He, like,
jumps like these.
S-held.
But I had to go fast. I had to make the... No!
Oh.
I was the guy who saved Parkour Civilization, and I actually believed I could be the one to do it again. I had made 2 of the hardest courses I've ever done to get 2 of the discs, and I was on my way to get the 3rd one. But maybe it wasn't my destiny to make it out of this place alive. When I went searching for the Crystal Legend of Parkour, I knew the journey was gonna be rough. The last time I made it through a parkour checkpoint, it resulted in a battle that almost cost me my life. So I kind of
Oh,
figured that
wait,
this
he's
checkpoint would go the
explaining
same
this.
way. I
that
jumped
explains
onto
the
the
checkpoint.
platform ready to parkour battle, but the strange
been
thing
really
was
funny if
is
they
that
just
there was
rolled
no
credits
one
after
here.
he
There was
fell.
no one guarding the checkpoint, which means I was either lucky or I was leading myself into a trap. Given
us with the
everything
we'll
that has
meet
happened,
again.
it's probably a trap. But the good news is that it was now just me and the hundreds of crystal parkour jumps. Even though I avoided a parkour battle, I was clearly not out of danger. I needed to make my way over to the Parkour Legends course, but that meant I had to figure out what exactly these parkour jumps were. Crystal jumps didn't exist in Parkour Civilization. I was going into this with 0 experience.
jumps aren't
I
that
tried my
bad.
best to stay
Oh,
on the crystals
yeah.
that were entire
feel like,
blocks, but at some point, I
even,
had
like,
no
ladder
choice but to
parkour
jump
would've been a
onto
good
the smaller
choice.
crystals. These crystals were
vine
barely
parkour.
big enough to stand on, and if I made the
I
slightest
hate
mistake, that
weeping
could
vine
very well mean
parkour.
my journey comes
Like
to an
hanging
end.
vine
Yeah.
parkour, it's the worst thing ever.
What was that?
Yeah, I I don't think crystals was the move. It's like a very niche challenge. There's not a whole bunch of things you can do.
Hello?
Yeah,
Is anyone there?
maybe just
Oh, great.
for,
I
like,
think being
color
stuck in this
scheme,
parkour
I
world
don't
for so
know.
long is making me
'Cause, like,
hallucinate.
ice
Well,
was
this is
blue, the
nice. I have to
panes were
worry about
what,
not
red?
dying
Yeah.
from parkour, and I have to worry about not going crazy. I
So
kept
this is like a
making
mix of
jumps
blue and
until I
red.
arrived at the place
Yeah.
I needed to be. The Crystal
just
Legends
saying, green
parkour
might have
course
been a
is
better
where I
color.
could find the
Vegetation
third
parkour.
disc. If I make it, I'll only need
Cactus
one more disc to
parkour,
go
oh my
home.
God.
But I had to go fast. I had to make the no. And with one jump, my entire journey was over. I watched as the world of parkour got further and further away. There was nothing to save me now. The damage from the void already
Oh my
started, and
God.
within seconds, I would be gone forever. I couldn't do it. I thought I could be the one to save Parkour Civilization again, but I failed.
What is
In my
happening?
last moments of life, everything seemed like it was in slow motion. I think I must have been going crazy because it looked like I was floating upwards. But that's when I realized I might not be crazy after all. I wasn't dead yet, and I was slowly rising back up to the world of parkour.
Oh my
What is
God.
going on? How is this possible? It was like I was watching my life in reverse. I was floating right back up next to the jump
Bro's
that I
doing the
just
time
failed.
jump.
I was at a loss for words, but I might have had a second chance after all.
Bro's
I
literally
positioned myself over
Tracer.
one of the jumps, and I dropped out of the air. I wasn't dead yet. I was back on the parkour course. In all my life, I've never heard of something like this happen. If I had to guess, I would say the parkour god saved me once again. When I turned around, I saw someone for a split second running away. My entire dodging death feat that I just pulled completely made me forget that I was still in danger. One of the fighters was ahead of me on this course. When I saw them, they were almost at the end, which means that person might have gotten the disc already. But there's no way to know for sure. That could have been someone else, which means I have to complete the course to see if the disc is still there. Besides, the parkour god probably pulled some strings to get me back on this course, so I owe it to him to try. In Parkour Civilization, the more jumps you make, the more answers you find. But I don't know if I will ever be able to do enough jumps to find the answer to how I'm alive. All I can do now is keep making the jumps and keep moving
Head
forward.
hitter,
I
yeah.
have to believe
Oh,
that
that's
whatever or
weird.
whoever saved me from the
That-
void
this isn't
wants
that
me to
bad.
save Parkour Civilization.
It's
So
just
I'm gonna
weird.
try to
Yeah,
not
that's
test
fair.
my luck again and make all of these jumps. As of now, I saw no sign of the player that was here before me, and maybe this could be the reason why. Oh,
my
boy, I'm
God.
definitely gonna need another airlift out of the void.
Oh.
Now was no time
Wait, is
to
that
rush.
Neo?
I had to pay
Is it
attention
No,
to
I
exactly
don't
how
think so.
large each crystal was. This
Maybe.
jump was barely wide enough to fit through, but it was possible. I jumped into the tunnel, managing
Oh,
to
I
stay
guess
on the
so.
very edge of the bottom crystal. Even the smallest miscalculation, like hitting my arm on the wall, would send me falling into the void.
Yeah,
But
this
luckily,
is the
I
weird
made
part
it through
about
the
crystal
tunnel of
parkour.
narrow jumps, and I still had
I
a
feel like
fighting
even
chance.
trapdoor
After
parkour
making
would've
it
let you
out,
do
I
this,
could see
though.
the rest of the course, and I saw no sign of the
Yeah,
fighter that
I
was
mean,
here
you can do,
before
like,
me. So that means it is
tighter,
very likely that the person
jumps
I
with,
saw
like,
has gotten the disc already.
trapdoors.
Unfortunately, I have to do a 3.5 vertical block jump to figure that out. I got momentum, and I went for one of
Nice.
the longest vertical jumps
Not
I've
the
ever done.
direction I
Even being the
would've-
parkour
no.
champion, I didn't even
Yeah,
know
that
that was
works.
possible. But that's kind of been a similarity across all of these parkour courses. Almost all of these jumps that are on the courses don't even exist in Parkour Civilization and are near impossible. I hadn't thought about it, but maybe that's a reason why this entire civilization was removed.
Okay.
Actually, that doesn't really make any sense. Alright, let's just make it out alive and maybe someone will tell me the actual truth. But that's when I went for a jump and I heard something again.
Trust me, I can get the disc. Just let me try.
It was another voice, like the one I heard before. I don't know where it's coming from. I thought it was crazy before, but now that it's happening again, I'm starting to really get worried. Man, my problems keep stacking. I need the disc to still be here, I have to not die in parkour, and now I have voices in my head.
Is this like a head hitter?
Well, I'm gonna
Neo?
need a serious parkour
Neo?
vacation
think
when I get
so.
back. Less than 10
Yeah.
jumps away stood between me and the end of the course. I just have to keep
Bro's
doing
rock
my thing
climbing at
and
this
keep
point.
making every one of these jumps. No. Okay, let's not
Oh,
do
he
that
failed.
again.
He's
Only
bad.
few can say they can do a 3
Not
block
my
vertical
parkour
jump from no
champion.
momentum. Fortunately, I'm one of those few, and that was the last difficult jump I needed to make to complete the course. Now it was time for the big reveal and find out if I did all of that for nothing. If someone else has this disc, I don't know how I'm gonna get it back, but at least I have the other two, so worst case scenario, no one gets out of here. I stepped up onto the pedestal expecting the worst, but to my
Nice.
surprise, in my hand was the third disc. Whoever was on this course before me obviously didn't get it. And now I'm holding 3 of the 4 discs needed to get out of here.
Okay, so I have to admit I've seen spoilers for this on like Twitter and stuff. I'm pretty sure I know what the last legend is, and I'm going to have some very, very choice words.
Okay,
Yes.
the only thing I know about this is one of the characters. So this will be a surprise.
Like the
to
big
me.
finale character, or
I think so.
okay, yeah. I think most people know about that.
Yeah.
More disc remains before I can return to Parkour Civilization. That is, if I can survive one more of these courses. I started heading back to Siwat to get the compass for the 4th disc, but then it happened again.
Find me at the houses.
It was another voice in my head, unless it wasn't a voice in my head to begin with. Someone was trying to talk to me, and they were saying they were at the houses? I didn't know what any of the voices meant, but that's when I saw somebody. Standing near one of the houses was someone that I recognized. It was the person I just caught a glimpse of right before I was saved from the void. Whoever this was must have been the person that sent me the message to find them at the houses.
OMG.
But the person still had chain boots on. This was a parkour fighter, meaning there's a good chance that this interaction leads to a parkour battle. But something about this felt different. I don't know why they would be calling me here, but I have to find out. And even if this does end in a battle, that's a risk I'm willing to take. I walked in to see the fighter standing on the other edge of the house. All right, buddy, if you want to fight, let's get it over with.
If that's how you want to repay me for saving your life, fine.
That was
Saving
him.
my life? What are you talking about? I've never even seen you before.
I was watching you do the course. I knew you would fail eventually, so I waited until you fell. When you did, I was there to attack you with a brewing stand
What?
jump, and the effect
What a
was
G.
levitation.
You attacked me with parkour right as I fell. I didn't even know that was possible. This doesn't make any sense. Why would you save my life? You don't even know who I am.
I know you're the parkour champion, and the reason I know that is because you've been the pawn of our game ever since you arrived. You've been collecting the discs for us.
No, that's impossible. I fought parkour fighters in battles. I almost died. Why would they try to kill me if they wanted me to get the discs?
Siwat said it would have to be believable.
Oh, so now Siwat's behind this mastermind plan?
Of course he is, and if
Yeah,
you
that
don't
checks out.
believe me, jump onto the center block.
I jumped into the middle of the house and it happened again.
If he fights you, you have to lose. This is the only way we win.
It was Siwat's voice. I don't know how you're doing it, but you're making this up.
I'm not. If you parkour across crystals while talking, messages will be trapped inside for years. You're only hearing his voice because he was here
This is a
setting
lot
the
more
trap for
interesting than
you.
the
I
first
didn't know
one
what to
so
believe.
far.
This
If
is a lot
was
more like-
all true, then I've
I don't
been
know.
getting
There's
the
a lot more
discs
like
for
magic
the enemy the
BS
entire
in
time.
this.
At this point,
Yeah.
I don't even know if anything Siwat has told me is true. If you're in on the plan, then why are you telling me this? What do you want?
Let's just say I don't really like how the plan ends. So I'm hoping that by telling you this, you find a way to win. And in repayment, you can take me back to Parkour Civilization.
How can I be sure you're telling the truth? What if Siwat isn't behind this?
You think it's a coincidence he has those compasses? Why don't you ask him where he got them?
If all
yeah, I
of this
was
was
curious.
true and Siwat was working with the fighters, then I have no one to blame but myself. But as far as I'm concerned, I have the 3 discs. I don't know how in the world they plan on getting these off of me, but if I can get the 4th one, then I can get out of here. At least
They have the
now that I know
friend.
I might be in a trap, I
They
can
have the
focus
friend
on getting myself out
captured.
of it. But I
They're
still
gonna
don't
bribe
know
him.
if that fighter was telling me the truth or not.
Ooh.
All right, disc number 3
Wait, they tried
acquired.
to-
Wasn't an easy one, that's for sure, but I still got it.
This is insane. To be honest, I didn't think you would be able to do it, but clearly I'm wrong. Only one
He's
more
the
to go and we
parkour
can get out of
champion.
here.
He
Here,
is, yeah.
the compass to the last parkour legend. This one is supposed to be the most
What
terrifying
is the
course,
actual
so
parkour
good
world
luck.
doing
Well,
without,
if
like,
there's
their
anyone-
king right now? Is it just in chaos?
It's supposed to be sort of a communist democracy, right? So, like, I think they're fine.
Probably, hopefully.
This Neo legend. I'm gonna take like 15, 20 seconds here to malt.
Neo Legend.
I am the Neo King. That is my role. This guy is a fraud.
One that can get it done, it's me. Hey, this is just a quick question, but where did you get all of the compasses?
The compasses? Oh yeah, I was just searching through all the chests and I happened to find all of them. Lucky find, I guess.
Yeah, that is real lucky. Oh, that was really convincing. Yep, I am definitely in a trap.
He knows, right? Yeah, he must have figured it out. It doesn't matter. The plan is in motion, and at this point, there is nothing he can do to stop what's coming.
Ooh.
I must say,
What's down
this
there?
plan didn't go exactly how I thought it would, but I have everything I
Ooh.
need
Yeah.
to get my revenge.
Just one more parkour course to go, and I can get back to
Told ya.
Parkour Civilization. Unfortunately, this is gonna be the hardest one yet. All of these parkour jumps had one thing in common. These were Neo jumps. Neo jumps are considered some of the hardest jumps in Parkour Civilization, and for a good reason. The only way you make these jumps is by moving around the block in mid-air. The last time I made a difficult Neo jump, I became parkour champion and I saved the world.
The
But
triple Neo
that
was
was
impressive.
one jump, and I'm afraid this course is probably gonna have a lot more than one. After all, this course was made by the Neo legend of parkour, so that probably says something. If I had
my
a
God, you
choice,
made
I
it.
would turn back immediately, but unfortunately I don't. If I want to save the world, I need to get the disc. The entire time I've been here, I've been risking my life to get the discs I need to go home. I thought I've been outsmarting the people in this lost civilization, but it turns out I've been in a trap this entire time, and Siwat has been behind it all. I was tricked into collecting the
Oh my God,
discs
another
for
replay
the
mod
enemy,
chat.
and I can only assume that they have a plan to get the discs off of me so they can escape. I couldn't help be disappointed with myself for trusting Siwat. How did I not see this coming? I mean, Siwat literally
I mean,
worked for
barely
the evil
in Neo.
champion and ran the
Yeah, okay,
lab
that's
that
like the first
systematically
kind of
controlled
Neo.
all of Parkour.
I'm gonna warn everyone, chat, you, everyone. This next like section of the like Neos, like this next two, however many is Neos, it's just gonna be me molding.
Parkour Civilization. You know, I probably should have thought about those things a little more before trusting him,
That's
but
not-
obviously it's
Oh,
way too
okay,
late.
That's
now.
okay. That's
I
a,
gotta
that's
give him
a,
credit. As
that's
much
a-
as I
that's a
dislike
respectful
Siwat
one.
because he is objectively evil, his plan is extremely well thought out. And now that's put me in a
These
very
aren't
difficult
Neos, these are
position.
just awkward
On one
jumps.
Hand, I could just throw all
These
of
are
the
just-
discs
They're not
in
even
the
like
void
that
and no
awkward
one gets them.
jumps. Okay.
If I went down that route, Siwat
You
and
don't
all
even-
the people here can't
Okay, I
escape
thought that was a fence, not a block.
and destroy Parkour
And I was like, you
Civilization.
don't even have
But
to
then
kneel
I
around
wouldn't be
that.
able to get back home myself, so I'd basically
You
be
can
sacrificing
crouch.
myself for option 1. Now with option 2, I continue to play my part and get the discs. As long as I have all 4 on me, there still might be a way to
Okay.
get out of here alive without
He needs
bringing
the
them back to
discs to
Parkour
get to the
Civilization.
top of the
As I was
temple.
going over all of the possible
the
futures, I
problem.
noticed the course changed to Neo Ice Jumps. It seemed like this
Oh.
last course was a combination of all of the
Yeah, it's not
Parkour
that bad.
Legend courses.
This one's a
with,
little
of course, adding Neo
nastier.
jumps to everything. Oh,
Oh my
I
God, I
forgot
can't
how
wait
much
for
I
the
hated these
butterfly
types of
Neo.
jumps. Okay, but back to seeing if I can
They're actually
outsmart
gonna
Siwat's
add
plan.
it.
No matter what option I choose, the biggest problem is my friend. The old woman at the library told me my friend is trapped in some prison. And if I remember correctly, there's one more thing. I think my friend might still be alive in some prison. Do you know anything about it?
If that's true, then there's a chance we can save him. But we gotta get the 3rd and 4th disc first.
Well, now that I know that Siwat was the one
That's what I've been asking. Why is he not using his water? He can just use it to climb up everything.
behind the evil plan, I think it's safe to say that Siwat has my friend locked up in a prison somewhere.
Probably the
if that
same
is
reason
the
he's
case,
not using
then
his
I
blocks
think
to
I
build
know
up.
what Siwat's plan is.
Yeah.
He's gonna use my friend as leverage to have me give him the discs.
Maybe it's, like,
it all makes
disrespectful
sense
to the
now. There's
parkour
no way
gods.
he could get the discs off of me, so
It's
that
like
means I'll
blasphemy.
either have to choose the discs or the life of my friend. That's assuming I finish this course and don't die in the void so I can get the last one. But to be honest, even though one jump could end it all, I knew I was gonna finish this course. There's a
Cool.
reason Siwat made
Yeah.
this elaborate plan
None
to
of
get me
none
to
of
do
these
the
jumps
courses. And it's
aren't
the
that bad.
same reason why all the parkour fighters
been,
must
like,
have
one
joined
double
in.
Neo
There's
and
only
it's ice.
one
Okay, here's
person that
another one.
exists in this world that is good enough
And
at
there's a
parkour
block
Yeah, it was
sticking
like a
on the
fix-
outside anyway.
Yeah.
There's like a failsafe. You don't even. Ah!
courses.
Okay,
And
it's
that
over.
person is
It's all
me,
over now.
the parkour champion. Siwat and all of the people in this civilization put their faith in me because they knew that without me, they would never
Someone
make
should
it back
do-
alive. Well,
Someone should do an edit of these of these videos, but only the vine booms because they use it so much.
I hate to disappoint them, but I don't plan on bringing Siwat or the evil parkour fighters back
It's
to
like-
Parkour
it's like the Johnny
Civilization.
Test,
If all goes according to plan, there will
with
only be
cracks.
3
Yeah.
people going back home. So, it's time to get this plan over with and get out of this place once and for all. After making it out of the field of Neo jumps, I was met with 2 parkour fighters.
Thank you for retrieving the discs for us, champion. Now, you will do exactly what we say if you want to stay alive. Siwat requests your presence.
Ooh.
This was it. Siwat had 2 parkour fighters waiting for me to ensure that I didn't run off with the discs. Normally, I would say that was a well thought
What
out
a
plan on his
2v1
part, but
parkour
I
battle
don't think
be
he
like.
ever questioned the loyalty
I
of his
don't know.
followers. Fortunately for me, I've got someone on the inside.
Hey, let's go. Keep it moving, champion. Why are you stopping?
Well, you know, just trying to catch my breath before this parkour battle. I quickly placed down a ladder and attacked the parkour fighter with a 3-block diagonal ladder jump. You know, I would say good luck in this battle, but I think you'll have a hard time with a 2v1. The parkour fighter turned around to see that the other fighter had an attack of his own build. Yep, this parkour fighter was my guy on the inside.
No, you're working with the champion? How could you? Fine, it doesn't matter. I'll take you both on by myself. I'm sure this will be the easiest parkour.
Well, that didn't last long. Wait a minute, I knew that guy, didn't I?
We've been best friends since we were kids. I don't know what I'd do without him. All right, you're good to go.
At least he can
Oh, that's
visit
right. I
him
made his
now.
buddy jump into the void. Well, at least they're together now.
Let's keep it moving. We
Oh,
don't have
okay.
much time.
Yep, alright, sorry, let's get back to work. So far, the plan I had was going smoothly. Siwat had his mastermind plan set up for me, so it was only fair that I fight back. Before I went to the Neo Legend course, I visited my ally. Okay, I accept your offer. If you want to come back to Parkour Civilization, you need to help me.
Finally, you came to your senses. We're gonna need to move fast if we want to make this work.
Okay.
So, you're saying after I get the disc, Siwat is gonna have fighters waiting for me?
That's right, but he won't suspect that I'm working with you.
Oh, 1 second.
Oh, Parkour. Parkour. Guys, I'm speaking parkour.
Sorry,
Parkour.
I'm watching some dogs. I'm watching my girlfriend's dogs. So
I'll make sure I'm one of the fighters and we can escape to the temple.
Alright, sounds good to me. Oh,
Are they,
I
like,
really hope this
dancing like
works.
the Barbie
Step
dogs
1
right
was
now?
getting the disc.
No.
Step
What?
2 was making it to the
What
temple.
Barbie
with
You know what I'm
dogs?
talking about?
No.
Now
You
it's
know the
time for
Barbie
step
dog
3.
dancing
Alright,
thing?
you ready?
No.
Yes, this
Wait, I
has
just
to work.
understand.
I'll go distract Siwat and find out where he's keeping your friend. You just focus on beating the parkour legends and getting the door open.
Right, the parkour battles. I kind of forgot about that.
With Teladoc Health.
I can't believe you don't know the Barbie
Alright.
dog dancing.
chat, we're gonna take a quick detour.
She in her mood, she lit, get money too. Like damn, she in her mood.
I don't know what song they put on this. This is not the original song.
This would be a really good like Twitch follow notification.
I forget the movie is called. It might be Crystal Princess. I don't know.
I like how they're in different locations, so this happens. I can tell that this happens multiple times throughout the movie.
It does.
Okay.
That's where the "You're just like me, I'm just like you" song comes from.
Okay. That's crazy.
Door open. Right, the parkour battles. I kind of forgot about that. Time was of the essence. I needed my ally to distract Siwat for as long as possible so I had time to beat the parkour legends. I also needed to hope that my ally would find my parkour master friend and free him from his prison. There were a lot of moving parts to this plan, but I think it could work. Unfortunately, the plan already had its first hiccup. The path I chose to go up the temple was destroyed.
No,
the only way
he's
up
gotta
to
go
the
back
top
down.
was from the other side. Now I just gotta hope that those few minutes of lost time weren't enough to ruin the plan.
Imagine
It was
you
a
just
good sign
died
that I
there.
didn't see
Like,
any
it's
parkour
just
fighters
over.
around though. But that's
Roll
when
credits.
I glanced inside the bottom level of the parkour temple and I saw someone. But this wasn't a parkour fighter. This
Wait,
was someone
that's
with
a
gold
master.
boots. I ran inside to see my parkour
Ooh.
master friend standing on a single chain over the
Oh,
void.
no.
The last time we saw each other was in Parkour Civilization.
he has
You're
blocks.
alive. Let's go.
No.
Oh no. Standing to my right was a parkour fighter with an attack already set up. That's an easy attack. Don't worry, I'll handle this.
No, stop. That attack was from me. If I don't make that jump, I die. I don't have any blocks to build with, so I'm stuck here. But if you attack him, that will force his battle with me to end, and I'll also die.
Okay, this is not an ideal situation. So
What in
how
the
do I stop this?
JJK
Go
type
up.
of domain
See what's
expansion
waiting
rules
for
are
you up
these?
there.
Of course he is. Well, so much for my master plan to defeat the guy with the better master plan. Don't worry, I'll figure something out. Just don't move. Not that you can move, but don't worry, I'll figure something out. Alright, time to make my way to the top and probably face an ambush.
Doesn't he
There was
have
nothing I
blocks?
could do now. I couldn't think of
Yeah,
a single
but
move to
how's
get
he
out
gonna
of
give 'em
this.
to him?
If I even make the slightest
but he can
notion
just
that I'm
build
gonna start
himself.
a parkour battle, my friend will die. That means I have no choice but to just
To get him
fall
off
right
the
into
chain.
Siwat's plan. Well, I have been known to improvise, so let's do that. Alright, let's get this over with. So, you want me to help you destroy Parkour Civilization?
Now you're talking some sense. You know, A part of me actually enjoyed our little team up and getting each disc. I mean, you got them, but it was fun sitting back and letting you do the work. Now, I'm closer than ever to achieving my goal of destroying Parkour Civilization once and for all.
That doesn't make any sense. You said it yourself. You live in Parkour Civilization. Why would you want to destroy it?
I haven't told this to anyone before, but since I've already won, I might as well tell you. I didn't join Parkour Civilization. I was born here on this level of civilization.
No
I might
way.
be the only one alive who remembers when this level was still a part of Parkour Civilization. And I might be the only one who knows what kind of a monster the old man was. My parents warned me about the old man. They told me to rank up before it was too late. Unfortunately, my parents were both too stubborn to rank down and too old to rank up. So I left my family and became a parkour master. My parents were the ones who told me to use brewing stands to give myself the resistance effect. And that was exactly what
The
allowed me
best
to
thing to
remember
come out
when
of
the
this
old
series
man
is
used
Evbo Toxic Yaoi. Yaoi.
What?
How's it pronounced? That's what one of my chatters just said. Wait, have you not seen the Twitter? Have you not seen the Twitter stuff about this?
No, is this like the creaking and Warden
Yeah.
Yaoi fan art?
Hold on, Sivo. Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my god, just to
Just to
impress.
impress.
When the gay thoughts distract you from bringing in the downfall of parkour. Oh my god.
So yeah. You didn't know about this?
No, is there any every time we touch edits? Every time we touch, I get the feeling, and every time we kiss, I swear I can fly.
Probably not. No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I haven't found it. I'll send it to you if I found it. There's an Evbo body pillow. Okay. I might turn off chat
the
soon.
command block to wipe out this entire level, including everyone in it. In doing so, he wiped all memories of this place, except mine.
Maybe
because
Parkour
of the potion
Civilization
effect.
is a good
After
idea
that,
to get rid of
how could
free
I
will.
ever trust the system? The so-called beloved parkour champion wiped out my entire family.
That can't be true. Why would the old man do that? It just doesn't add up. He was kind and nice, and he cared about people.
You know, the funny part is that no one even knew. It was supposedly over a fight. Can you believe that? The old man let his battle with one person cause my parents and plenty of others to die.
A fight?
Well-
What kind of fight would lead to an action like that?
The
All right,
villain.
enough of that. What's in the past?
The villain's
is in
making
the
some good
past.
points.
Let's focus on what's gonna happen from here.
Yeah.
I don't need the discs. Instead, I'm gonna have you battle all of the parkour legends yourself and get that door open for me. I will then get my revenge on Parkour Civilization. And if you choose not to, well, your friend is obviously the price you pay.
I have to do it. I can't let my friend die because of the mistakes I made. I'm the one who brought him here. I have no choice. Let's just hope I think of something later when I
Okay,
get
he
that door
jumped
open.
first, to be
I
fair.
trust you'll come to the right decision. You always do.
Oh, well,
Evbo
here goes
said
nothing.
don't-
Given everything that's
just wait
happened in
here.
my life,
And
I
then
never
decided
thought there'd
to
be a
jump.
time
Yeah,
where I
this
have
is
to say
true.
this. But it's time to go help destroy Parkour Civilization. It was time to fight the legends
That's like
of
saying,
parkour.
"Hey,
Under
Jeremy,
normal
don't go into that
circumstances,
burning building,"
I probably would have
and
been
then, like,
excited
blaming
for these
yourself
parkour
when he
battles.
goes
I
into
mean,
the
come
burning
on, fighting
building.
someone who has
Is trapped
mastered
under
a
a beam,
specific
yeah.
type of parkour,
Yeah.
that sounds pretty awesome to me. Unfortunately for me, these are not normal circumstances. Because if I beat all 4 of these parkour legends, I will cause the downfall of Parkour Civilization. But that's assuming I beat these legends in parkour battles, and if I don't, well, I will die, and Parkour
Fine, Doom Noise,
Civilization
take
will
a shot.
probably be destroyed anyways. So, that means plan A is to help destroy Parkour Civilization, and hope I figure out a plan in the meantime. I thought I had a real chance to beat Siwat and save the world, but it turns out he was one step ahead of me the entire time. My friend is captured, and if I don't do exactly what Siwat says, he'll be gone forever. So that leaves me with no choice but to help Siwat escape so he can destroy Parkour Civilization once and for all. Alright, well, here goes nothing. It's time to fight the first legend of parkour. I threw the disc into the hopper waiting for something to happen. I saw nothing, but then, a few seconds later, someone appeared on one end of the battlefield. And this person was wearing diamond boots. So, you're the ice legend of parkour? Why do you have champion boots on?
That's because I am a parkour champion. Well,
There's
I was one a
multiple.
long time ago.
What?
I won the battle to become champion using ice blocks. So yeah, I got the Ice Legend title. But all of the parkour legends are
that's
just
kinda
previous
cool.
champions throughout history.
So every parkour legend was a parkour champion at some point. That's awesome.
Evbo
Wait,
would be
so are you
the
real,
legend of
or
360s.
what even are you?
Real? Absolutely. Alive? Not so much.
And
All of
backwards
us are
counts.
spirits of our past lives, and we exist now only for parkour battles. But enough questions. Prepare to fight.
The Ice Legend said I have everything I need to battle inside the chest. When I first came
Oh,
here,
slime
the
blocks
chest
would
was
have been a
empty,
better
but
one than
now
crystal.
The chest
I'm
had
sorry,
3
I'm still
stacks
on
of
that.
ice blocks inside of it. These
Oh,
ice
yeah,
blocks
it
were the
would've been.
only blocks
And
I
like
had to
honey.
attack with.
Slime
No
honey.
other types of blocks were allowed. It's time to find out if I can do ice block jumps better than the Ice Legend of parkour. The Ice Legend attacked first. His first attack was a 4-block vertical jump. It was a difficult attack for sure, but it was nothing I
Ooh.
couldn't handle. My choices were to either make the exact same jump or do a harder one. But I had to remind myself that this was only the first of 4 battles, so I'm not gonna try to risk it all in the first fight. I defended the first attack successfully and the battlefield reset. Alright, let's go. It's my time to attack now. My first attack was a parkour combo with a 5-block jump chained into a 3-block
My
diagonal
God.
jump. I thought the attack wouldn't be hard enough, but to my surprise, the Ice Legend failed the jump. The battle was going my way, but it was far from over.
He's
if
building
I
a
mess up
head
and
hitter?
get hit by an attack, I don't know how much damage these will do.
Oh my
That's why I
God.
had to get this over with. For my next attack, I set up a 6-block vertical jump.
I don't
All of
think
my
that's
training
possible.
with ice blocks paid off, and
Never
I
mind.
made the jump. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna pretend
You're
I
just
almost
not
didn't slip
the
off
ice
there.
I'm just
legend.
not the
Watch
Ice
as the
Legend.
Ice Legend went for the jump, but failed
Oh my
once
God.
again. This
Bro,
was the
this
second
guy
attack
is
in a
not
row that I landed.
good.
One more, and it should be over. But I got ahead of myself. I attempted 2 5-block jumps in a row, and I failed. Oh, that's not good. I should have just made my attack. The Ice Legend set up a difficult 3-jump combo and made it. It was time to defend again. I went for the combo, but I slipped off on the 3rd jump. The
Oh, that
attack
was
did
so much
7 hearts of damage. If these combos get any harder, I could risk losing all 10 hearts in one attack. But if I land one more attack, I should win the battle.
Wait.
And the only way to attack...
If he's a parkour champion and he's the champion boots on, and the champion boots mean that you have like infinite saturation, shouldn't the other guy have like full health right now?
Yeah.
Attack in
Doesn't
this
Evbo have the diamond boots on too? Or
No,
does he have the
no. Look at
chain?
his armor bar.
Oh, yeah. Huh.
position is to do a harder
Maybe-
jump than
maybe,
that
like,
one. Okay,
the
it's time
rules
for a
changed
terrible
for
idea.
parkour
I built the
battle.
same
Maybe.
attack, but added a 360
Ooh,
to the
of
5-block
course.
diagonal jump. Let's go. I cannot
360
believe that
crutch.
worked.
This is a level of parkour I have not yet seen.
The risk paid off, and the Ice Legend was defenseless against the 360.
Looks like you've won the first battle. I hope you know what you're doing.
You hope I know what I'm doing? Wait, what does that mean? But before he could answer, the Ice Legend was gone, and the parkour battle was over. Why did the Ice Legend say that? What did he mean by that? I mean, I know I'm basically causing the destruction of parkour civilization, but I don't know how he would know that. Alright, doesn't matter. I'm still alive. The blocks I used to fight with disappeared from my inventory, and it was time to move on to the second battle. Going into the next fight, I realized I was wearing my chain boots the
glass
entire time.
pane.
Since there was no point of trying to blend in anymore with the parkour fighters, I put back on my champion boots and started regenerating health. Okay, having
Oh,
full
I guess we'll
hunger
see
makes me
now.
feel much better about these parkour fights. So basically, the only way I lose is if I get hit by an attack
Door
that does 10
parkour would've
hearts.
been awesome.
So let's just try not to do that. It was time for the second fight.
What?
1 second.
Oh, door parkour. You need the door PvP too for the PvP civilization, and the pufferfish PvP, and what else is a really weird kit for PvP?
All right, sorry, I'm back.
Oh, welcome back.
Fight. I threw in the disc and summoned the glass legend of parkour.
Yo, I'm finally free. Let's go. The old man said I'd be gone for a while, but I didn't think it would be that long.
Wait. Did you say the old man, as in the parkour champion old man? How do you know him?
Bro, I'm not here to answer any questions. I'm just trying to parkour battle.
Okay, I'm not sure what's up with these parkour legends, but they
Sure for
clearly
that.
don't like to talk about anything. But I always say you have to parkour for the truth sometimes, so let's go and do that. I turned around and the glass legend already had an attack built, but he failed the attack. It was now my turn, and
he's
beating
probably
the
a
ice
little
legend with a
rusty.
360 made me
Yeah.
realize something. These legends were parkour champions a long time ago, and parkour jumps have evolved so much since then, which is why it was time to start attacking with jumps from the new age. I attacked with a 1.5 block backwards diagonal jump. Even when the fate of the world is on the line, I'm not afraid to hit him with the Evbo special, and it was no surprise that the glass legend didn't even get close.
Bro, why are you so good?
I started setting up a more difficult parkour combo. If my
This
parkour
is like
math is
every
correct, this
1.8
attack
man
should be
going
enough
to
to win.
1.20.
Come on,
Yeah.
360, 2 block, 360. Oh, let's
Oh
go.
my
I gotta say, I
God.
love parkour battles. As expected, the glass legend of parkour looked very discouraged, and I had a feeling the battle was already over. He set up the jumps, and he failed the first 360. Okay. Hey, no offense, but how did you become a parkour champion?
Alright, yeah, I wasn't cut out for such an important job. Alright, bro, I hope you know what you're doing. And, when you see the next parkour champion, can you, not mention my name?
Wait, why is this such an important job? And he's gone, of course. Why do I have a feeling that there's something important they're not telling me? The glass legend said the old man said he'd be gone for a while, but what does that mean? But that's when I remembered Siwat's story. If the old man did erase this entire level of civilization, maybe the parkour legends knew about it. Okay, I could be onto something here, but let's just get past this third battle. I threw in the disc and summoned the third legend of parkour.
So, it looks like you are almost at the top.
Yeah, the glass champion
battles
could have
must
been
be
a lot
tiring
harder.
you out by now.
I don't know. I'm feeling pretty good. I mean, the ice legend was kind of hard, but the glass legend didn't really fight back that much.
Bro, he was the second battle? That guy was only the parkour...
Ooh.
Sorry.
champion for 2 hours before I beat him. He's terrible. Alright, whatever. I can promise you are not making it past me.
Bro, parkour champion for 2 hours? That's embarrassing. I'm kind of surprised he even got there in the first place. It was time to battle the crystal legend of
That's
parkour.
crazy.
Crystals are some of the blocks that don't exist in parkour civilization. So as of now, I have zero experience with building crystal parkour jumps. But I had a feeling I was gonna have to adapt quickly. The crystal legend built a 3-jump parkour combo that looked like something I've never done before. I made the first jump, but I just barely missed the second jump. The attack did
Ooh, that's a
7.5
lot of
hearts, so I
damage.
was still alive, but it was not a good confidence booster. The crystal legend immediately went into his second parkour combo attack, but that's when I saw the perfect opportunity to put the battle in my hands. I built the exact same parkour combo as he did, and went back to my strategy of adding the Evbo signature move whenever it was possible. Changing the
What?
first jump to a
There's no way
360
he
put the
made
battle
that.
Yeah,
back in
that
my
one-
signature
that
move
looks
whenever
weird.
it was possible. He
No,
did,
there's a
and went
barrier
back to my
like that,
strategy of
for
adding the Evbo
sure.
signature move whenever it
No?
was possible. Changing the first
Oh,
jump
maybe
to a
not.
360 put the battle back in my favor. Surprisingly, the Crystal
To be fair,
Legend made the
360s, like,
360, but
look
didn't get
really
enough
weird.
momentum for the second
Yeah,
jump. My
that
strategy
makes
was
sense.
working for
Multiplayer.
all of the parkour legends, so why
So you
change?
might have done it,
I
like,
attacked
earlier
with a
or
backwards
something,
2-block
and
jump
showed.
into a backwards 360.
Oh.
Honestly, I don't even know how I
Hold on.
attacked with a backwards
He
2-block
walked onto
jump
the crystal
into
there,
a backwards
right?
parkour legend.
Am I crazy?
So why change? I attacked
Yeah.
with a backwards 2-block jump into a backwards 360. Honestly, I don't even know how I made that
maybe.
parkour combo. Once again, the Crystal Legend of Parkour was defenseless.
Well, there's nothing to say, except I hope you know what you're doing.
Wait, what do you
I
mean?
mean, in the
Good luck.
older
It's
versions,
Just
there's
like
like
that,
that
the
glitch where
battle
you
was
can land
won.
on like
But
the
that was
corner
the
of the
second
block and get
parkour
like
legend to
stuff
tell me
on
that
it.
they hope I
So that
know
might
what I'm
just be
doing.
that.
I just don't get it. I feel like the answer is right in front of me, but I can't make sense of anything. The parkour legends don't want to talk, but why? As far as they're concerned, I'm just trying to open the door to get back to parkour civilization. This doesn't make sense, but let's just get this last battle over with. I threw in the disc to summon the final
the
legend.
Neo.
Fraud! Fraud! Fraud!
Parkour, the legend of Neo jumps.
Well, this is unexpected to be sure. Nevertheless, here you are. This is the last battle to open the door. I wish you the best, whatever the outcome may be.
Wait, before we start, can you just tell me what the old man has to do with all of this? I know there's something.
I'm afraid that's not for me to say, but if all goes right, You will never know.
I thought making it to the final parkour legend would give me some answers, but it looks like that's not going to be the case. The two outcomes are I either live without the truth or die without the truth. So
why has he got
obviously
like
I'm
the
gonna choose
Wi-Fi
option
bar
one.
in the left?
In this final battle, the
Where?
Neo legend let me attack
On the
first.
left.
I started off the battle with a
I don't-
2-block Neo jump, but the
Am I
parkour
crazy?
legend
Play
didn't
it.
look worried. He built the
Like the
attack,
jumps,
but
the
then
jumps going
added
up
on
to the
another
platform
Neo
look
jump
like
to
a
the end.
Wi-Fi
bar.
Just by the look of it, I already knew that this
Wow,
attack
he didn't
would
even
deal heavy
chain it?
damage if I failed it. But likewise, if I make a harder jump
God.
and I make it, I could end this battle with one attack. All right, that sounds like a plan. Let's do 2 double Neos. I made the jump harder and I went for it. Come on. No, I hit the wall on the
Personally,
second
I would've
jump,
made that.
missing the counterattack, taking 9 hearts of damage. If that parkour attack was
Yeah.
even slightly harder, my journey would have been over. But the important thing is it's not, and I must keep fighting. Unfortunately,
Oh my
I was
God,
already under pressure again, facing an attack of 6 Neo jumps in a row.
Easy.
Okay, nice and easy.
Not even
one at
an
a time.
issue.
3, 4. Come on, just one more. Please, no. I
Oh,
saw
that's
my
so
life
real,
flash
though.
before my eyes.
Okay.
As the attack
I get
took
that
me
it's
down
harder
to
to
half
do
a heart. I
consecutively.
was losing this battle, and if it keeps going this way, one
Failing
more
on the
attack
last
will be the
Neo
end
is
of me.
so
As
real.
of now, I don't see how I can beat the Neo legend at Neo jumps, which means I know how this is gonna end. If I want to open that door, I'm gonna have to do something extremely reckless. This is quite possibly the worst idea I've ever had. I watched as the Neo legend built his next parkour combo, but I wasn't even worried about that. I knew he would make the jumps. After
Okay,
all,
that's
Neo
actually
jumps
really
are his
that's a pretty
specialty.
difficult
What
one.
I was worried about was my jump. I don't know
Makeable.
if this is possible,
Makeable.
but all I know is that if I make it, I win. Of course, if I don't, well, we already know how that goes. It's hard to rationalize this decision because I'm basically doing all of this just for Siwat to destroy Parkour Civilization. But it will save my friend and give me time to find a way to save the world later. Alright, time to make this impossible jump. I mean, this jump could potentially change our understanding of parkour. Okay, I'm just gonna jump. I jumped off the platform doing a 180 and traveled around the block backwards.
Okay,
Of
you
course,
know what?
What was I thinking? Journey is
That's-
over because I thought I could do a backwards Neo jump. Wait, I'm alive. I actually did it. By some miracle,
that's impressive.
the backwards Neo jump changed the entire parkour battle.
I have nothing left to say, except I yield. I don't know who you are, but I hope you have the strength for what's to come.
The Neo legend forfeited the battle and it was over. I had beaten all 4 parkour legends.
Just saying though, if I had been given the proper title of Neo Legend, I wouldn't have folded like that. I would have hit him with a harder jump.
And the door at the top of the staircase was
The
open.
triple
I
Neo.
survived, and now there was a
Yeah,
way back to
just do 2
parkour
triple Neos
civilization.
in a row.
Except for a second, I forgot that I wasn't gonna be the one going back. I had just barely finished the battle, but Siwat was already waiting for me. Oh man, well, I survived, but now I have to watch Parkour Civilization be destroyed. I walked into the hallway that was at the top of the Parkour Temple. This reminds me of all of the times that I ranked up in Parkour Civilization. Not that it counts for anything, but it's kind of cool that I ranked up again in a way.
I want you to know that everything I told you was true, except I left out one thing.
Couldn't have seen that one coming. Alright, what is it?
The old man's fight was supposedly with his friend.
With his friend? Okay. Is there a point
Oh,
you're trying to get
no.
at? I mean, are you about to come out with some crazy take about how, like, we're friends and we fight all the time, but it's okay? I mean, you're literally about to destroy
Wait, I know
Parkour
it's gonna
Civilization.
come.
I never said
No, it's coming.
I would be the
think.
one to destroy Parkour Civilization.
Wait, what? So, what does that mean? I started thinking about what Siwat
What?
just said. The old man had a fight with his friend? Why does that mean something? Wait, what did that old woman at the library say? She thought she knew me, but how could she?
I never blamed you for what you did. I know it was a tough decision.
Okay, this woman does not know who I am, but I have no clue what she's talking about. She knew where my friend was too. She gave me the book that talked about the prison he was in.
I assume you're
I feel
here
like it's
to
a
check
different
your
prison.
friend, correct?
My friend? You know where my friend is? Wait a minute. When I saw her, I wasn't wearing my chain boots. I was wearing my champion boots.
When the old man used the command blocks to wipe out this entire level, including everyone in it.
I never blamed you for what you did.
Bro's
I
having
know
that
it was a tough
Sherlock
decision.
The
moment
woman
where everything
didn't
makes
know me.
sense.
She thought I was the old man. And if she thought I was the old man, she wasn't talking about my friend being in
It's like
prison.
the Clue
The
movie
old
where he's
man's
running
fight
around the
was
house
supposedly
explaining
with
the
his friend.
entirety
Can
of
you
what
believe
happened.
that? The old man let his battle with one person caused my parents and plenty of others to die.
The old man removed this entire level of civilization to imprison his friend. Getting to the top of this temple was never a way back to parkour civilization. It was a prison. And that means Siwat's plan was never to get out. It was to help free the person that the old man banished from parkour civilization. What have I done?
So, the old man is gone.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
That's a shame.
I
If
thought it was
only
his
he was
friend
around to
that he
see
had to
what
do.
I'm gonna do.
Wait. Oh my god.
Is that Minecraft's deadliest player?
It's Jester
It's Jester Penetrate.
The parkour civilization.
I thought he was
One
gonna have to
final
fight his
parkour battle
friend.
to save the world. The fate of parkour civilization is in my hands now, and my opponent is one of the most fearsome parkour fighters in all of history. And I was the one who helped him escape.
It's that guy
I
from
defeated
White
every
Pine.
parkour legend, thinking that I was helping
the guy
Siwat
from
get
the
back to
Caboodle
parkour
SMP.
civilization. I thought he was gonna be the one to destroy the world, but it turns out that was never his plan to begin with. His plan was to get me to unleash something even worse. Someone who had been banished to this lost
Can we
civilization.
take a second to appreciate how like Clown Pierce just like I don't know when the last time he's uploaded is, but it feels like he just goes and like finds the most random like other people's content to just join and you become the villain. Honestly, I'm kind of here for that. Bro becomes famous and immediately just starts guest starring on everything he can get his hands on.
What have I done?
I would do the exact
Coming
same.
to this
No
civilization
judgment.
was a mistake.
Yeah.
I don't know who
I think
this
he still
person is, but
uploads.
if the old man wiped out this entire level just to imprison his friend, it was probably for a good reason.
That plan took a lot of, well, planning. And now you get to watch how beautifully this unfolds.
You must be very proud. Your plan was perfect. You have everything you need. So, now give me back my friend.
Whoa, not yet, buddy. Got one more thing to do first. Why don't you go introduce yourself to the villain of parkour?
The villain of parkour? I walked up the steps to see the prisoner completely surrounded by lava.
I hear you were friends with the old man. That makes two of us. I'm surprised he didn't throw you away like he did to me.
If you were actually friends with the old man, then explain all of this. Why would he wipe out an entire level of civilization just to imprison one person?
He was scared of what I had discovered. What was the term he used again? An illegal form of parkour.
Forgive me for not understanding, but you said an illegal form of parkour? What could you have discovered about parkour to make it illegal?
It's
hacks.
Time.
What?
Bro discovered vape climb
is
parkour.
Time. Since the beginning, parkour battles have always been one move after another, until I realized that they never had to be. You see, if you challenge someone to a race, it's the ultimate form of parkour fighting. It's the idea that you are willing to risk everything, that you will not only make the jumps, but you make them faster
Wait,
than your opponent.
No,
A parkour race?
That's
When I
so
first
valid.
came to this level of civilization,
like every conceivable parkour game that I know of is measured in like some sort of race, whether that's leaderboard speedrun times, whether that's like an actual race to the end of the course. Parkour battles are like inherently time based in like most situations. Just my thought.
one of the fighters challenged me to a battle. He said that the battle would start and end on a single block. And when I didn't do the jumps, I would have died if it wasn't for my totem of undying. That wasn't just a regular parkour battle. That was a parkour race. How was an attack like that able to do 10 hearts?
Racing has no limits. Once you challenge someone to a race, you either win or you die. No in between.
If that's true, then someone with that type of power could take over the entire world. No one would be able to fight back. And that's exactly why Siwat's breaking him out of prison. The old man must have known that parkour racing could destroy thousands of lives. That's why he went through such great lengths to make sure that this type of parkour never made it back to parkour civilization. But now it's too late. I let this evil back into the world. What do you want? What are you even gonna do to parkour civilization?
I'm going to do what I'd set out to do a long time ago, enlighten the world with my new form of parkour battles.
I turned around to see that Siwat had built a parkour attack.
Clownpierce does have a
This
very
was
like
something I've
satisfying
never
voice.
seen before. Siwat said there's only one more thing I have to do. If I get hit by this parkour attack, he'll give me back my friend. What is this attack? Why are there armor stands? And why do you need to hit me with the attack?
You know, I can't beat you in a fair fight, and I just want to land a good hit on you.
I can't believe that even after Siwat's plan worked, he still feels the need to prove that he's better than me. But it doesn't really matter at this point. He has my friend, and I have to deal with whatever he throws at me so I can get him back. He could be lying. This attack might be enough to kill me, but I was willing to take that chance. Thankfully, it barely did any damage. Okay, great. You got the satisfaction of hitting me in a parkour battle, so can we be done now?
Who knew? Armor stand attacks can take the boots right off of a
What?
player. Even champion boots.
In Siwat's hand was a pair of champion boots, and they weren't just any pair. They were mine. My champion boots were gone, just taken straight out of my inventory. How is this possible? What are you planning to do with those?
You can relax now. Your time as the champion is over.
I watched as Siwat walked over to the parkour villain and threw the champion boots at his feet. Oh no, this is not good. If the parkour villain gets access to the command blocks, there would be no stopping him.
Well, this is my ticket home.
And just like that, I was no longer the parkour champion. I just gave the most dangerous player in the world unlimited food and access to the blocks that control parkour civilization. Siwat handed him blocks, and at that moment, I knew my journey was coming to an end.
Now, before I return to parkour civilization, I need a good fight.
Yep, this is the end for me. Throughout my life, I've overcome the most difficult situations, but this is a fight that I don't think I can win. I've never even done a parkour race before, and I'm fighting against the person who invented it. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I have to find a way to be faster than the parkour villain. The odds are stacked against me, but as long as I'm still here, I'll never stop fighting to save the world. Well, let's do this.
I have to say, I'm going to enjoy watching this. I finally get to see you crumble.
You prepare for a parkour race.
Uh-oh.
You've served your purpose in this life. I offer you a quick and merciless death.
The parkour villain didn't challenge me to a battle, he challenged Siwat.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! What are you doing? I'm the one who helped you escape. You, clearly made a mistake. I'm, just gonna take off before I... What's happening to me? Why am I stuck? I can't move.
I watched as Siwat tried to run away, but he
piece of
couldn't.
both
Whatever
rubber
the
band
parkour
guns.
villain was doing brought him back into the battle. It was like
literally
a force
Hisoka.
he couldn't escape. What was this power? I didn't even know what to think. Just a moment ago, I thought I was about to die. And now I'm watching one of my greatest enemies fight for his life. The parkour villain didn't even start the race yet. He was just watching Siwat. But then he took off. Before this, I had never seen someone move so effortlessly
That's pretty
through
clean.
a parkour course.
Also, I
Within
think
the blink
Siwat's
of an
just
eye,
kind of
the
waiting to
parkour
set it
villain
up.
was already at the last jump.
Please don't. I'll do anything. I'll work for you. Just let me live.
The villain made the last jump, and the race was over. Siwat
Fine.
lost.
I suppose I had this coming for me, didn't I? For what it's worth, I was telling the truth when I said I enjoyed working with you.
And just like that, the parkour villain had claimed his first victim. Siwat, the one who would betray me over and over, was betrayed by his own plan. Right when the battle was over, the parkour villain didn't even acknowledge me and started running away. He must know a way back to parkour civilization, right? If that's the case, then there's still a chance I can catch up and battle him before he does. Bro, did he seriously jump off the temple with no water bucket? Oh man, this guy's insane. But I have to battle him, right? I'm not gonna lie, I was a little relieved that he chose to battle Siwat instead of me, but I can't let him escape without at least putting up a fight. If I challenge him to a battle before he challenges me to a race, I might be able to keep the battle in my hands. The parkour villain has been trapped here for years, and he might know how to parkour race, but I'm gonna bet he's never battled against someone who can do 360s. I made it down to the ground level and I spotted the villain. He looked like he knew where he was going, so he must know the way back. He was fast, but I managed to keep him in my sights. I followed him all the way until we hit the edge of this level of civilization. I don't understand. There's nowhere left to go. Alright, let's not waste any more time. I only have one shot at this. I quickly placed down 3 blocks and I attacked with 2 3-block 360s. This was it. The battle had started and there would be no turning back now. This was life or death.
I was waiting for you to fight back. A neat little trick you did there with the 360s. Unfortunately, my knowledge of parkour is beyond your understanding.
Parkour villain didn't even look surprised that I attacked him with 360s. Oh no, what did I get myself into? I wasn't prepared for this. The parkour villain built a chest jump. And the worst part is he did a 360. That's impossible. I thought I was the only one who could do 360s. My attack was erased. It was all up to me to build a harder jump now. The worst part about this fight is that we weren't on an even battlefield.
Is that the
if
first
this
time
was
we've
an
seen
ordinary
dirt?
fighting space, I would try the longest parkour combo I could do. But I don't have that option now. I just have to do one very hard jump. And that very hard jump is going to be the 3-block diagonal 360. I went for one of the hardest 360s I've ever done, and I made it. I still had a chance.
Isn't that like
but
a
then,
4-block
out of
jump,
nowhere,
basically?
I took damage. The jump I built
I think
wasn't harder than the
so.
jump he built, and I lost the attack.
Just as I expected.
The villain was looking inside of the chest, and I knew something was wrong.
Your downfall was your inability to risk everything you had.
Risk everything I had? But that's when I noticed I had nothing. Every single thing I had in my inventory was gone. No water bucket, no blocks to fight with. And that's when I knew the parkour villain stole
I think
all
it
of
is
them when
possible
he
to do a
attacked me
360 on
with
a
the chest
3v3,
jump.
but, like,
This fight was
barely.
over, and I lost.
Yeah,
so
you can
that's
do
it then,
360
right?
on a
You have all of my
3+1.
blocks. I can't fight back.
Can you?
How are you even gonna get home?
Yeah.
These boots are the only way out of here.
You
You
could
could have
probably do
left any
360 on
time
a
you
4
wanted.
block.
I suppose it was your destiny to deliver them to me.
I didn't know
Why aren't you attacking me? Why don't you just finish the job already?
The old man isn't around anymore, and the only one left to pay for his sins is you. I want you to know what it's like
have to
to
do it,
suffer,
like,
waste away
basically
here for
when you're over
years
the
and
block,
be
but you
forgotten,
can do
just
it.
like I was. Only when you are on your last breath, I will return to finish the job.
The parkour villain turned around and jumped into the air, disappearing. This was the end. The champion boots were the only way back to parkour civilization. Now I'm stuck here with nothing, and there's no one left to stop him.
Just like I remembered it. And now, it's mine.
Oh, well, here we are.
Ooh.
This is my last chance to
There's
save
still a lot
parkour
left.
civilization. I have
Is
to
there?
be
Wait,
the
how much
one
is
to
left?
summon
Like
the
a good
parkour god. Apparently,
half hour.
nobody has ever successfully summoned him before, but I've met him. I know he's real, and I just need him to come
Wait,
back
where did you
one
find this
more
parkour
time.
god statue?
Because, let's face it, I destroyed the world. I let one of the most evil parkour villains escape, and death and destruction follow him everywhere he goes. I thought I was the champion of parkour, but my parkour abilities were nothing compared to the parkour villains. I was completely humiliated, like I was just another parkour noob, and all I could do was sit and watch as the villain took all of my blocks and escaped back to parkour civilization. And I was left here to suffer just like the villain did all of these years. In all of my time in parkour civilization, I've never experienced defeat like this. I mean, it only took one jump for the parkour villain to take every block I had. It was like he knew every move I was gonna do, and all I could do was just sit there and watch. I started grabbing every block that I could. Yes, it's true, I may be stuck here forever,
Okay.
but my friend is still in the middle of a parkour
Wow, he's
battle.
mining, and
If
it's
I
illegal.
gather enough
No,
blocks,
it's
maybe
legal.
he'll have enough
It's just not if
resources
you're
to
a
win.
noob.
I just need these to knock all the void.
right.
Okay, well, I guess 2 chests is all I have. Alright, so basically, my friend is gonna have to win the parkour battle in 1 attack. And of course, that is, if he's even alive still. I started making my way back to the parkour temple. Fortunately, when I got there, I saw that my friend was still floating over the void. I didn't have a plan. I was gonna have to use the 2 chests and improvise. But that's when I remembered, this wasn't my only option. There might be a way to get more blocks. I almost forgot that I had an ally. We got separated when I fell into Siwat's trap, but he still should be alive. I went to the place where my ally was going to find Siwat, and I found him standing in the middle of the battlefield. Hey, are you alright, man? What happened here?
It was an ambush. I thought I would find Siwat here, but all I found was a fight. I barely survived, but I have nothing left. No more blocks to fight with.
Well, that answered my question. The only other place I know of blocks is at the very top of the parkour temple, but I don't have a water bucket anymore. It's just too risky. If only I could get the parkour god to come back and help us out or something. Other than that, I have no ideas.
Wait, you might be onto something. If you actually believe you can summon the parkour god, then follow me.
Wait, I was kind of joking, but alright. I started to follow the parkour fighter. At first, I thought we were going back to the library, but then I realized he was going further than that. A few moments later, we arrived at a building, and I saw a giant statue of the parkour god.
Why is
The
there so
parkour
much on
fighter
this
said
one
that
layer?
People would come
Like-
to this building to try to get their prayers answered by the parkour god.
There's
Okay,
so
so
little
you said
on,
people
like-
would come here all the time, and they just summoned the
mind.
parkour god?
People would
That's
come
fine.
here, yes, but no one has been able to summon the parkour god. Apparently, the last jump you need to do is to jump into the void, and no one was willing to.
Great, so I have to die to summon the parkour god. Well, I mean, I'm stuck here forever, so it's either die now or die later.
If you do choose to go for it, good luck. I'm gonna go look for more blocks. It's been nice knowing you.
Okay, if I didn't know any better, I would say that his tone sounds like he thinks I'm not coming back. So, from what I know, no one has been able to summon the parkour god because of the last jump in this course. But I have some idea that it might be different for me. Back in Parkour Civilization, no one even thought the parkour god really existed. But I saw
not
him
like
with
the
my
other
own 2 eyes.
parkourers.
He gave me the champion boots to save the world.
He said
came
it
back
might be
before
different
to
for
save
me.
my life, and maybe he'll do it one more time. And who knows, maybe if he does show up, he'll give me blocks, and he'll show me a way out of here. I just have to
Can you
make sure
imagine
not
if
to...
like Christians were like that? It's like, well, what's that you never saw, Jesus? I'm different though.
miss a single jump before I even get to the summoning part. I barely made 2 3.5 block vertical jumps, and now I had to do, of course, water parkour. You know, you would think jumping into the void would be enough, but no. Instead, I have to not die accidentally, and then I have to die on purpose. How does that make any sense? When I first arrived on this level of civilization, I was forced to do water jumps to escape. And now, hopefully, this is the last time I'll be doing water jumps. I made the last jump, and I was standing at the base of the parkour god statue. A few feet in front of me stood a door, and when I walked up to it, it opened, just like all of the parkour temple doors did. I walked inside the room, and I saw nothing. All that was inside this room was a giant hole in the middle of the floor, and of course, it went straight to the void. And this is the part when I began to realize that I think my ally was telling the truth. Unless I could somehow miraculously make a 5-block jump, it seems pretty clear that the only thing to do here is to jump straight into the void. Oh man, I can't believe I'm about to do this. Alright, parkour god, if you're listening, please send me some help. I backed up and I jumped into the hole with no blocks below me. But just as I was about to enter the void, I felt my feet hit slime blocks and I bounced up onto a ladder. Okay, that was not what I was expecting to happen. I didn't know how I was still alive. The blocks just appeared out of nowhere. Well, okay, if the parkour god's advice was to stop me from jumping into the void, I guess I got help. But I soon realized that my prayers were answered.
Whoa.
Standing in front of me was
Bro
a
went to
familiar
heaven.
figure, wearing diamond boots.
You know, it doesn't take much to convince you to jump into the void. You should really think these things through.
I don't get it. How are you standing there? I saw you die. How is this possible?
You asked the parkour god for help, so he sent me.
The parkour god heard me.
You look like you've been through a lot. Let's talk.
So it is true then. You removed this entire level of civilization just to imprison the parkour villain? I mean, wasn't there any other way to stop him?
The only other way was to beat him in a parkour race, and I couldn't. So instead, I had to deal with the consequences of my actions my entire life. I'm sorry, Evbo.
It's fine. I actually
One jump
understand.
mains
There was nothing you
SMH.
could do. I mean, if anyone's to blame in this situation, it's me. I was the one who let him out. Everyone in parkour civilization would have been fine if I wasn't so reckless. And now I lost my champion boots. Those were the only ticket out of here.
You may not have your champion boots anymore, but there is still a way out of here.
I can go home? Tell me how. You know what they say, sometimes jumping in the void can save your life. I mean, no one has said that before, but in this case, it might have just saved mine. I have a way back to parkour civilization, but first, I just need to get my friend out of this parkour battle. I walked up to my friend expecting to see the parkour fighter waiting with his attack, but he wasn't here. What's going on? Where is the guy that attacked you?
You're not gonna believe this, but he fell in the void. From what I can see, he's never coming back, but the problem
did he
is
fall
that
in
his
the
attack
void?
still stands, and I'm at half a heart.
The parkour fighter fell into the void during a battle, but even if he's gone, his attack might hit you if you don't do a harder jump.
Exactly. So that means the only way I can get out of this is if you build me a jump that's harder than the attack.
Alright, I got very limited blocks, so it's time to do some parkour analysis. I'm not gonna lie, this jump is going to be hard.
Analysis.
The parkour fighter attacked you with a 3.5 block vertical jump. Okay, that's not great news, but I think we might just be able to work with this. I placed down one of the chests. Now, my friend could do a 3.5 block diagonal downwards jump. Okay, we still have a problem. Your jump is going downwards, and that attack is going upwards, which means yours is still easier. I don't see how I could use the other chest I have to build a harder jump, so that means you're not gonna like this. You have to do a 360.
No way, man. I can't do
You
a
can
3.5
do
block diagonal 360. Are you crazy?
I'm sorry, this is the only way. You have to make this to survive.
Oh, I never thought it would end like this, but at least I'll go out doing a 360.
There was nothing more I could do at this point. All I could do was watch.
I wish you never made 360s.
I watched as my friend jumped and made the 360 onto the chest.
That was
For the
clean.
first time in days, both me and my friend were safe.
She just backs
go.
up.
See, not that hard. I knew you could do it.
That
My
would
friend
be
was
what I
saved.
do. I
And
just
now
walk
there was
off.
only one thing left to do, and that was return to parkour civilization.
I didn't find any blocks, but it looks like you didn't need them anyways. So what happens now?
I may have a way back to parkour civilization, and the way back was in front of us the whole time. The old man told me there would be a room behind the champion statue inside the parkour temple, just like the secret room back in parkour
This feels like
civilization.
a very
Sure enough, the room was here, and it was nothing
convenient
except for
exit
5
that,
parkour
like, you
jumps.
could do-
The old
okay.
man apparently made this as a last resort.
So you're
This feels
jumping
very
in the void
accessible.
on purpose?
Apparently, and
I'm surprised the
surprisingly
fighter
for the
didn't
second
find
time
this.
today, the old man said that only by failing the
Maybe that's where
fourth
he found
jump
the
will
void
I be
and
able to
he
make it
found
back
it
to
and then
parkour
fell in the
civilization.
void
I
there.
gave my friends the blocks that I had. I would be going on this journey alone, so they were better off in their hands
The
than
two
mine. From
chests
their
that he had.
perspectives, they won't know if I had died or made it back home, so all they could do was just wait for me. My friend gave me his last piece of food to take
Aw.
on my journey. If I was gonna die in the void, I might as well not die on an empty stomach. Alright, let's jump into the void for the second time today.
Some
I'm
of
really
these
hoping I
lines are just
remembered the old man's words
crazy.
correctly. It was the 4th jump, wasn't it? Of course, there's nothing down there to let me know if I'm in the right spot or not. Wait, maybe it wasn't the 4th jump. Maybe it was the 5th. Oh man, why am I forgetting now? This was quite literally
Can't
the
you just
only thing I
count?
had to remember. If I die and the entire world gets destroyed because I couldn't remember one number, well, I guess no one would know it was me, right? Okay, I just gotta choose one. I think it's number 4. This
Bro's like
was
a
it. This was the
master of,
only
like,
way back.
avoiding
And
any
the only
guilt.
way back was to
Like,
fail
he
a jump.
blame
Let's
shifts
just hope I
so
failed the right
often.
one. I was falling through the void, but then I felt ground under my feet. When I jumped, I thought my journey was over, but I soon realized that there was more to my story. I was standing in the place where my journey first began. This was my home, parkour civilization, and I was gonna be the one to save it again.
Yeah,
Today could very well be my last day in parkour civilization. If I want to save the world, I'll have to risk everything. I was the one who let
Oh
the
my God, I'm
parkour
getting
villain
chills.
escape, and if he gets his hands on the command blocks, he'll be able to destroy the world. So, plan A, I cannot let him get to the top of parkour civilization. But it was at that moment I realized my plan might have already been over. I was down at the noob level of parkour civilization, but no matter where I looked, I saw nothing. Every building that used to be here was just gone. I could tell by the holes in the ground that a neighborhood used to be here. This was the neighborhood where I grew up in, and it's all gone. I knew that this only meant one thing. The parkour villain has already made it to the top and is using the command blocks to reshape parkour civilization. Oh man, this is not good. Well, plan A is out the window. It's time to start thinking of a new one. It's crazy to think that my entire life started in this temple. If I had
If he
never
misses
failed
this one block again, that'll be
jump
really
at the
funny.
beginning, I don't think I would have become the parkour champion that
Yeah, I
I am
wonder what,
today.
the
I might have
parkour
just lived
villain
my life as a
changed
parkour
already.
pro, comfortable and happy.
he falls in the
But
void,
where
is
would
he
be the
fully
fun in
dead
that?
now?
At least now I get a near-death experience every 5 minutes
Goes to
and
parkour
credit
hell.
for saving the world. Hopefully twice if I pull this one off. I made it up to the pro level of parkour civilization. I looked
He ends up
around
in
and
this
nothing
circus.
seemed different, except for the fact that,
Oh.
well, the statue
That's
didn't have my head
okay.
anymore. Alright, I'm gonna guess that was a personal design choice by the parkour villain himself. Just like the noob layer, everything I remember from the pro
Oh,
layer was
no.
gone. Except this
Oh,
layer
what
was
is
different,
that?
and now there were buildings
Bros
that I've
created
never seen
Minecraft
before.
dystopia.
This is the spot where all of the pro houses should be, but now there's
Oh,
just
it's a
one
race.
platform with parkour jumps on it. And not only that, the parkour jumps are identical to each other. This wasn't just a fight. This was a parkour
my God,
race.
it's
I thought
1010
back to
on
what the
Zero
parkour
Minor
villain
Dot.
said. He said that he wanted to enlighten the world with his new form of parkour. If I had to guess, I would say he did just that. All of the buildings surrounding the platform looked like prisons. But after checking every one of them, there was no one inside of them. No one was here. I couldn't help but
killed
think
everyone.
of two terrible ideas of what happened. Either one, the parkour villain wiped out every pro by
he is the
himself, or
most
two,
dangerous
he
player.
made the parkour
Yeah, I
pros
can't
fight
believe
each
Jester
other. No matter
penetrate
what
with his-
happened, the fact remains that the prison cells are empty. So that leaves me to believe that the pros are gone. But that doesn't mean that the parkour masters are. If the outcomes I believe happened were true, it makes sense. The parkour pros wouldn't stand a chance against the parkour villain. But the parkour masters know how to fight. And if they can fight, maybe there's a chance that they've been able to stay alive. I made it up to the master level of civilization. Only one more layer and bro, really? My statue got destroyed again? Alright, once I get my hands back on the command blocks, I gotta build like 50 of those. Even though I was on the master level
No
of
triple neos yet,
civilization,
no.
everything looked exactly the same as the layer below. The entire parkour city I worked so hard to make was completely wiped out, and once again replaced with a platform that had parkour race courses on it. I looked around but didn't see anybody, but that's when I realized that these prisons were different than the layer below. All of these prison cells still had doors on them. The masters might still be alive.
You just don't know when to give up, do you?
Standing directly behind me was the parkour villain himself.
I can only imagine you escaped with the help of the parkour god. That is quite unfortunate.
I wasn't expecting the fight to get here so soon, but here it was. It's time to risk everything to save parkour civilization. Alright, let's parkour race. This
Shouldn't he
course
have
right
gold
here.
boots?
I'm afraid not.
Wait, what? Why not?
What
So
boots
now you're
did he
too
have?
scared to fight? What
He
happened
has
to all
chain
the
right
stuff
now,
you
but
were
he's
saying
on the
about
pro
willing to
level,
risk
so-
everything? Sounds to me
Oh,
like you
maybe
think
he,
you're
like-
gonna lose.
maybe-
You of all people should know that course is below people like
Maybe
you
the
and I.
parkour villain
If I were to race
took
you,
away
the
the
course
boots.
would be terrifying. But I'm not going to. I'm just going to use the command blocks to wipe you out for good. You can try to stop me, but it looks like your hands are full.
The parkour villain wasn't even gonna fight me. He was just gonna wipe me out with the command blocks.
Very
What did
smart.
he mean when he
Very
said
smart.
it looks like my hands are full?
Yeah.
But at that moment, I heard something,
Oh.
and I looked over at
Oh my God,
one
it's
of the
the
prison
alien.
cells. One of the
Wait,
doors
is it
had
the alien?
opened,
Oh.
and
I think it's
standing
a
in the
pig. I
doorway
think that's
was
like
a
an Angry
parkour
Bird
master. He started jumping towards me.
Oh,
Hey,
oh,
what's
yeah.
going on? Are you alright? What happened to all the other parkour masters? Are they still alive?
I'm sorry, Evbo, but the new champion has ordered me to race you in this parkour course.
He ordered you to race me. Why would you do that?
If I don't, he'll race me himself. And I don't want to end up like the others.
Then don't, okay? Look, as soon as you challenge me to a parkour race, one of us will die. And you're not gonna beat me, so why don't you just give
You're
me
not
time to
gonna
defeat
beat
the
me.
parkour villain, and
Bro
then we'll all
thinks
be
he's
okay.
Satoru
Just don't
Gojo.
challenge me and trust me, I can do this.
I'm sorry, Evbo, but racing you seems like my best
Satoru.
option to stay alive.
How
I
it's
challenge you
pronounced?
to
Why
a
can't I remember
parkour
that?
race.
And just like that,
I
after
don't
those
know what
words were
character you're
said,
talking
I could do
about.
nothing. Both of us were locked into a parkour race, meaning once one of us finishes the course, the other one will die, no matter what. This is exactly what the parkour villain wanted. He introduced this illegal form of parkour, and now he gets to watch and laugh as I fight to the death with the people that I'm trying to save. The worst part is that the parkour villain knows that these parkour masters are no match for me. All he wants is to watch me suffer as I eliminate my friends. After doing the last 2 neo jumps, I knew the parkour race was over. Part of me wanted to just stop right here before the last jump and let the parkour master win, but I knew I couldn't. If I ended my journey right here, then no one would be able to stop the parkour villain, and many more lives would be lost. After I made the final jump of the
Bye, Boom.
parkour
Take a
race,
shot.
the parkour master was gone, and the fight was over. But the fight against the parkour villain hadn't even begun. If I don't get to the top of parkour civilization quickly enough, the villain will use the command blocks to delete me from this world, and I'll have no chance to save these people. Which means there's no time to waste. The last time I saved the world, I actually had a plan. But now I have no plan, no blocks to fight with, and I just realized I have no way up to the top. Oh, I'm so done for. I didn't even realize that my champion boots were gone, and only the parkour champion can see the path
What?
up to the top. but
What do you mean you
that
didn't
doesn't
realize?
mean it's not here. Oh no, I have a really bad idea.
Uh-oh.
Okay, I'm 99% sure this is where the first jump starts. If I get this
Invisible
wrong,
jumps.
well, it
Yeah,
was a
this
good
isn't
life.
even
I jumped into the air expecting to be falling, but I wasn't. The path to the top of Parkour
I feel like there's
Civilization
some
was
barriers
here.
here,
I just
but-
couldn't see it without my
Yeah.
champion boots
It's
on.
probably just
If
an
this idea
adventure
didn't
here.
work, saving the world would have been impossible. But now
gotta pull
it's
up the
just
Parkour
slightly less
Civilization 1
impossible.
VOD.
Oh man, I have to do so many invisible jumps. Oh, this is not gonna be easy. Only thing I could do was rely on my memory of the parkour course up to the top.
That's
you can
honestly
also
more
I've made
impressive
this
than
journey
me.
numerous times over the course of my life, but still, jumping on invisible blocks is
Oh, yeah, this
very
is,
much
like,
not
way
preferred.
more
Only a
impressive.
few more jumps, and I was inside the parkour temple. But with how
But if
long
you
this
use F2
journey's
here,
been
you can
taking,
just see
I
where
feel
the
like I
barrier
could be
blocks are,
deleted
even
in
if you're
any
in
second.
adventure.
After all, the
Good-
parkour
good
villain
call.
does specialize in
Um,
racing.
that's why I
made
use
the
F3.
final jump,
F3
and I was
allowed me to see
inside the
something that I
parkour
normally
temple.
couldn't.
With no sign of the parkour villain, I can only assume he made it to the top, which means this could be the end for me. Well, if I randomly disappear, I guess I get to add an invisible parkour course to my list of accomplishments. But I wasn't gone yet. I scaled the temple until I was at the very top. He must be on the command blocks, right? There's no way he... Wait, what is that? On the other side of the parkour temple,
Oh,
there was
no.
some structure built, and the parkour villain was waiting for me. So, I take it there's a reason I'm still alive? What, did you want to get
ITMG
one
was the
last
parkour
super villain
villain.
monologue before you use the command
be
blocks
over.
to wipe me out?
I was
It
never
would
going
be.
to defeat you like that. I just needed you to follow me. Now, you will experience the true pain of a parkour race.
I now realized what the structure in front of me was. It was a parkour race, and it would be my last chance to save Parkour Civilization. Some part of me was relieved, because if I was gonna be deleted by the command blocks, well, I had no plan to stop that. But now, the course of action is simple. Win the parkour race.
Is win.
This is without a doubt the most difficult race in parkour history. I want you to feel the sense of dread as you watch me get closer and closer to the finish line, knowing no matter how hard you try, you will never catch up to me. I commend you for making it this far, but I cannot entertain this any longer. Let's begin.
This was it. The hardest parkour race in history, against one of the most fearsome parkour fighters of all time. There's nothing to save me now. Miss one jump and it's over. Make the jump slower than the parkour villain and I die. Meaning I can't hold anything back in this fight. Maybe I'm not good enough to beat the parkour villain, but someone once told me that as long as you can parkour, there is always a way. The parkour race had begun. I did the first 3 jumps
Nice.
without stopping, but the parkour villain had matched my speed. This race was only
He's just
gonna-
looking.
Just
and
air.
the only way I could get a lead on the parkour villain is by doing the most difficult jumps with virtually no stopping.
Ooh.
I barely stayed on after the ice block jump, and now it was time for a chain
This is so
neo, which the
tense.
parkour villain did effortlessly.
yeah.
I made the chain neo myself and made the drop down to the ladder. It was time to speed things up. I made a 4.5 block jump into a 6.5 block jump onto a candle. Now
That's
it's my time
nice.
to take the lead. I quickly made the 2 block neo jump and immediately went onto the glass jumps. The parkour villain told me I lost the battle with him before because of my inability to risk everything I had. But right now, in this battle, I wasn't holding anything back. I stopped at a difficult neo jump. I needed momentum for this. I looked back and I had a sizable lead against the parkour villain. I could do this.
Okay.
I went backwards 1 jump and used the momentum to make
Nice,
the 3 block
nice.
neo jump. This was my
There are some
time.
hard
This
jumps.
was my-
Would I win in this
Okay.
race?
My heart dropped. The feeling of hope I had in this battle came and went in seconds.
I
My
would've
side
missed,
of
like,
the
the
parkour
first
battle
jump.
wasn't finished.
I don't know,
and the
those-
end to the
those
race
glass paint
was
neos
just a
are
few
like my
jumps away.
weakness.
I was set up from the beginning. The parkour villain never intended
I
on me
need
finishing this
checkpoints.
race. He got what he wanted, and that was to make me suffer. All I could
Cheated.
do from this point on was watch as
Just
my
not jump
life
over and
slowly came
knock
to
him
an
into the
end.
void.
This was how I was gonna go out. In a few jumps, the parkour villain would make it to the platform, and my life would cease to exist. To be honest, with everything that's happened in my life, I didn't think I would make it this far. With every battle and every parkour course I've had to do, I always thought that a jump would be my last. And you know what? I've made some
would've tried
pretty
the diagonal
impossible
jump.
jumps,
That's
which
smart.
is why I'm not gonna leave Parkour Civilization by just standing still. I'm gonna end this journey with one final jump.
Whoa.
So, this is what the end feels like. Wow, feels weird. It feels like I'm still alive. No, but I'm probably dead, right? Yeah, I'm definitely dead. I mean,
There's a
I
cool
jumped
little
into
echo
the
here.
void. How would I not be dead?
Yeah.
You
there's, like, some
are
reverb.
very much still alive.
In that moment, I
Oh my
heard
God,
a
it's a
voice
parkour
that I've
god.
heard one
It's
time in
parkour
my life
god.
before.
I love
It
how
was
the
the
parkour
voice
god
of
wears
the
little like
parkour
pink
god.
polka dot
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
boxers.
Did you say I'm alive? Wait,
It's like
How is
Thor
that even
in
possible?
Endgame.
Why did you jump?
Why did I jump?
You knew there was no block to land on, yet you jumped anyways.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I had no options, and
Why
did you
are
hear
you
my inner
so
monologue?
dumb?
I kind of wanted that to be my last jump in parkour.
Just wanted to
civilization.
say that
That's
as I
not
send
it.
you to the
You
underworld.
were prepared to sacrifice your life for parkour
It's like
civilization.
the
And perhaps I
Oh,
should do
what
the
was
same.
it? What was the
I'm
banger
sorry,
quote?
Mr. Parkour God, but if I'm still alive,
Like
does
the
that
just
mean
in
there's
case,
still
I
a
don't
way
like
I
you.
can go back and save
Yeah.
the world?
You may leave anytime you want. Just fail a jump and you can go back.
I can go back and save everyone. Thank you, Parkour God. I promise I won't waste this chance.
So eager to leave already? I guess my golly words are of no value to you.
No, that's not it. Sorry, I thought you were done. Please continue.
Throughout my life,
really don't
I
like
have
me?
never bothered to interfere with the events of parkour civilization. I was afraid of what might happen if I were to introduce my power to the world.
Wait, but you gave me the champion boots last time I needed to save the world. Didn't you interfere then?
I was merely a messenger. The old man wanted his boots to go to you, and all I did was deliver them.
So why tell me all of this? And why bring me here?
Because I have found my successor. You have convinced me that there are those in this world worthy of wielding my power. And you will
Whoa.
continue my legacy by inheriting this power and passing it on to future generations.
Whoa, okay, hold on.
Wait, if he's
You said
Parkour God, why
I
is he
will
passing
inherit your
on the
power?
power?
What power is that?
You will become parkour.
I'm sorry, did you just say become parkour?
We
That doesn't-
are parkour. All right, let's take a minute. Let's dissect the pure cinema, the pure screenwriting literature that just occurred.
One
You
must
will
imagine.
become parkour. It was written in parkour. The answer is always parkour. We are all parkour. All right, all right.
He parkours, she parkours. They all parkour.
make any sense.
I'm a godly figure that rarely shows up. I'm not supposed to make any sense.
And just like that, the parkour god vanished into thin air. I'm gonna inherit the parkour god's power? What does this even mean? Okay, I guess now's not the time to think about it too much. All that matters now is that I can finish this race and save the world. From the beginning, I've always had to jump to survive. And well, I'm still jumping.
That is such a...
Yo!
Oh!
Cutscene!
No way.
Oh, how did I just do that? Did the parkour god just put the ladder here for me? Oh, I am still alive. I'm still alive. How is this possible? Wait, netherite boots? No, I'm the one who made the ladder.
What? That's impossible.
Oh my god, the Minecraft movie looks so
No,
good.
it is definitely possible. Now, let's see how this works. All right, just places I go. This is what parkour should feel like. Okay, what do we have here? I think I can build all that. I can see the finish line. I'm not giving up now. Come on, just 5 more jumps. Let's do this.
Ooh.
He did the 360.
He 45 strafed.
Oh, it's over. Oh my gosh, it's over. Oh, that one really came down to the wire. I kind of wish someone saw that 360 at the end. That was kind of cool. Oh, my body is sore. My shoulder kind of hurts from that ladder clutch. Should it be hurting? I thought I'm the parkour god now. I feel like I shouldn't be able to feel pain. Can I even
Why is
die?
bro
Should I test it
rambling?
out right now? No, that's a terrible idea. I should
You
not
telling
test
me you
that
wouldn't
out.
do the same thing? You fight the
Man,
parkour
why do
devil?
the command blocks have to be a 4-block jump?
It's not that hard. Come on, you'll get used to it. Besides, you're the new parkour champion. You should be doing that in your sleep. All right, let's see how this attempt went. Nope, you still messed it up again. Okay, so this time you built barely half a house, and it's also like 50 blocks up in the air. That's fine, don't sweat it. Not everyone gets it on their
Average
first
world
try.
edit.
I don't get it. I'm thinking of a house, and it's not building the house. Why are these things so hard to use?
Yeah, it's more of an imagination thing. I don't know, you just gotta think harder. I mean, I got it on my first try.
Yeah, of course you did, bro. So what are you gonna do now that the world doesn't need saving anymore? What are you supposed to do as the parkour god?
That's the thing. I don't have to do anything. If the world needs saving, I'll be there to save it. But for now, I just want to parkour. I've been a parkour noob.
I've been a parkour pro, I've been a master, and I've been a parkour champion. And every one of those roles came with
He's also a
expectations
parkour
about where I
prisoner.
should go or
This
what
is
I should
true.
do. But now
And a
the only
parkour
one
fighter.
to decide
Yeah.
those things for me
And a
is
parkour
myself.
god now.
So
Yeah.
all I'm gonna do is parkour. And if that leads me back to saving parkour civilization again, then so be it. From now on, the only path I'm following is my own. I make my own jumps.
So there's no way that I can make a tutorial on how to do that entire race against the parkour devil. What I would like to do is I would like to do it in game rather than a cutscene, like place the blocks as I'm going. I think that would be awesome.
Ooh, that would be pretty cool.
That would be hard. It's probably going to take me a long time to get that footage, but
No, just get the Fruitberries obstacle practice up.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just do that like Fruitberry's obstacle block clutch. So that's probably what I'll do with that video, and then maybe I'll do like how to beat the parkour legends or something.
How do PvP clown bears from Minecraft Parkour Civilization?
We're supposed to watch one other one.
Oh,
Yeah, we're supposed to watch, what one was it?
is there season 3 part 1 out?
No, it's like a history. This one. We're supposed to
In
watch this.
Parkour
This
Civilization,
wasn't in
the
the
only
movies.
way to rank up in society is to make more parkour. The higher up you go, the harder the parkour gets. And if you're good enough, you can make it to
There
the
are some
top
people
to
who are
become
planning on
the
doing a
champion.
100 player Parkour Civilization
used
thing.
to be ruled
Whoa,
by
we
an
synced
evil
up. That
champion
was kind
who
of
made
cool.
it impossible to rank
We
up.
said Parkour
But things
Civilization
are
at
going
the
to be
same time.
different around
Jinx,
here
you owe me a
because
soda,
now
Evbo.
I'm the parkour champion. Now that I'm at the top, these command blocks allow me to make the rules of Parkour Civilization. And I'm going to be the best champion that has ever lived. And I have no clue what I'm doing. Man, being the champion's kind of hard, actually. I don't even know what changes to make. Okay, I'm obviously going to need some more advice before I go changing the entire world. All right, let's just start off with this. Give me a water bucket. Nice, let's go.
Where does he
Being
even
the
force
champion's kind of
momentum
awesome.
for
I can get
blocks?
whatever
He's
I
just
want now.
built
All right, I'm
different.
not going to get carried away.
Yeah,
There's
that
still
is-
a lot to
well,
do. I'm the best player in
it's still
Parkour
possible, it's just
Civilization
harder.
at parkour. I
Yeah.
don't know a thing about running society. But fortunately, there's someone who said he would help me, and that's the old champion. And no, not the evil one. After I freed the old man from parkour prison, he insisted that he had his old secret house back. I don't know why, but I gave it to him. But even though he turned down the role of becoming champion again, he's really the only one who knows a thing about running Parkour Civilization. I told the old champion that I had zero clue what I was doing and I needed some help. He said I should use the command blocks to look back at the history of Parkour Civilization, and there I'll find the answers I need to
Oh my
make
God,
a
it's like
better
the
world.
Harry Potter,
Okay, so I guess the command blocks are
what's
gonna
that,
allow me
the
to time
pensive?
travel or
Yeah,
something.
pensive,
I have
something
no
like
clue
that.
what this
Yeah,
is gonna be.
yeah.
Alright, so I need to know what life was like in Parkour Civilization before the evil champion. Show me life in Parkour Civilization when the old man was the champion. After I jumped on the command blocks, my vision began to change and
Oh my
I
God,
was
it actually
teleported
is.
somewhere. My champion boots were gone, but whatever this was, it felt real. I was down at the bottom of Parkour Civilization. I was in the parkour temple at the noob level, but the temple looked a little different. Different from the one I remember, at least. In the middle of the entrance to the temple, there was some giant square platform thing, and there was no barrier to get in. I didn't really know what I was supposed to be looking for. I mean, I was here for answers on how to run Parkour Civilization, right? But as I stood there, someone appeared right in front of me. It was my
Whoa.
parkour master friend. Except he wasn't a master, he was a noob. Yo, bro, what's up? Hello? Okay, I guess he can't hear me. This must be from when he first joined Parkour Civilization. Interesting. So before the evil champion, new players would spawn down here instead. I guess that's good to know. Oh! Oh, no way he
Bro went
failed
to
his first
parkour
jump.
prison,
I
no.
am totally bringing that up to him when he gets back. But what really caught me off guard is instead of
Okay,
falling
but he
into
did, like,
parkour
the
prison,
same
he
thing.
just spawned right back inside the parkour temple. Man, I would
Not
have
like the
loved
first
to live in a
jump,
time
just
where
like
I
the most
didn't have to
important
parkour to survive. Okay,
Yeah.
this is one thing I need to change. I gotta fix the issues at the noob level first. Alright, I'm making some good progress. Back then, parkour prison didn't exist. The evil champion added parkour prison as a way to make sure the worst parkour players never had a chance to come back into society. It looks like the evil champion also added the ticket system and the barriers so it would limit the amount of people trying to rank up. Man, I gotta give him credit. The evil champion was kind of a mastermind. I watched as another noob arrived at the temple and made his way towards the course to rank up to become a parkour pro.
Oh my God,
when
it's
I
the Angry
completed this
Bird
course to
pig.
rank
The
up,
one
the
that
last
died.
jump would have been impossible
Yeah.
if
That's
it
so
wasn't
sad
for the
now.
barrier block. But in the old days, parkour noobs had the ability to sprint. That means the
we need
last
like
jump,
we need like a
the
death
3-block
count
jump was easy to make.
for
Well, not
parkour
easy to
civ.
make. I mean, of course it was easy for
Yeah.
me because I'm the
How many-
champ, but it wasn't
a kill
impossible. Is
count
what I'm
for
trying
all
to
the
say.
characters.
Okay, so that's another
Yeah.
thing I gotta change. I gotta give noobs the ability to sprint. If they can sprint and they have access to the temple, they can actually make the course to rank up to become a parkour pro.
Hi, I'm Premium
Hi,
Wireless,
Ryan-
$15
Ryan
a month
Reynolds.
at Mint Mobile. When I Premium
Oh my
Wireless
God.
for $15.
Okay,
It's
I think I got a
Deadpool.
lot of things covered on the noob level. I have a good idea of what changes I need to make. Now let's see what's different on the pro level. When you rank up and become a parkour pro, your entire life starts to revolve around doing daily tasks. Well, at least that's how it was for me when I was a parkour pro. From what I saw, it looked like daily tasks were still a thing, but I was wrong. I watched as a parkour pro went up to the dispenser, and instead of getting a daily task and a piece of steak, he just kept getting food until he got as much as he wanted. There wasn't any daily task.
Bro.
Under the evil champion, the daily tasks gave pros a certain amount of time each day to practice in the training grounds. But before the daily tasks, the pros could practice
feel
as
like
much
daily
as they
tasks
wanted. There
would
were
still
no
be good.
barriers blocking the entrance, just
Yeah,
like the
so you
ticket
have, like, something
system
to
down at the
do.
noob
Like,
level. Okay, so I think
this
it's
is-
safe to
this
say
is
that
still
the
a
evil
society.
champion
It
was
is a
responsible for
civilization.
the
We need,
barrier
like,
system.
people
But
to
just as that
work.
thought crossed my mind, I turned and I saw someone. It was the evil champion. This was before he made it to the top. He was just a parkour pro. And now it looks like he's trying to rank up to become a master. Okay, well, I gotta follow him now, right? This has gotta be close to when he comes into power. Ah, man, this is kind of sad because now I'm gonna watch the old man's downfall. When I did this course to rank up to
Ooh.
become a parkour master, there was a jump that was impossible. The only way I got around it was because I found a secret barrier path. But given that the barriers were kind of the evil champion's thing, my suspicions were correct in assuming that the jump back then was actually possible. Ah, man, if only this fence existed when I was trying to become a master, my life would have been so much less complicated. I watched as
Well,
the
before
evil
they worked
champion
for practice
completed
time,
the
now they
course
just
and
don't work
ranked
for
up to
anything.
become a parkour master. Okay, so if there's anything I've learned from watching him rank up, I need to get rid of the impossible jump in the pro level and make it possible for pros to become masters. All right, got that one checked. Now, where do I go? As I stepped up into the temple at the master level, my vision changed and I was inside the parkour arena. It looked like I was
Ooh.
in the middle of a parkour battle, and the evil champion was building an attack against the old man. Bro, he looks so good with the diamond boots on. This is awesome. Wait, why am I excited? This is probably when he loses everything and the world gets destroyed. I watched as the evil champion attempted a parkour combo but missed. The old champion then attacked with a combo of his own. What? Dude, I didn't know the old man could move like that. I wasn't really sure what I was looking for, but I watched as the evil champion missed the jump and lost the parkour battle. This is crazy. So the first time the evil champion fought the old man, he lost the battle. After watching the first battle between the evil champion and the old man, my
Whoa.
vision shifted and I was now in front
This
of
is
the parkour
crazy.
bank. The parkour
This
bank,
is-
I
Backstory goes
remember, was a
hard.
place you could buy blocks with your completed daily tasks. But back then, there were no daily tasks at the master level either. It looked like you could just come here and get any block you wanted without paying anything. I went to the top floor to see if Seawat's vault was here, but there wasn't a vault here. Instead, there was another level to the parkour bank where you could get blocks to build harder parkour jumps with. But out of all the items you could get, one thing stood out from the rest. At the last dispenser, you could get totems of undying.
This does feel like
Someone
a
walked
lot.
into the room and it was,
Okay, it
let's
feels like
go,
he just
finally
copied the way
ranked up.
things used to
I
be.
watched as my friend grabbed multiple totems of undying just for free. That makes sense. He must have
Well, I
had one
mean,
on him
it was
still when he gave it to me, right?
better,
Before the evil champion got rid of it.
technically.
My vision shifted and I was now at the top of Parkour Civilization where I saw the old man. And this is when the downfall of Parkour Civilization began. The old champion was a great leader, but he wanted to push the boundaries of what was possible with parkour. He thought of the idea to explore invisible parkour with barrier blocks. By adding them to the parkour bank, he thought that barriers would only serve to advance Parkour Civilization, but he never would have guessed the consequences. The evil champion was the first one to discover that barrier blocks were unbreakable. He knew this was his chance to rise to power. He grabbed every single barrier block he could and went back to face the parkour champion. The old champion only had one barrier block on him and wasn't prepared to defend against all of these barrier block attacks.
Why would
The
you-
old
why would
man
you
knew
add
he
barrier
created
blocks
his
and
own
then
downfall,
only have
and he
one?
knew
Yeah.
the battle was lost already.
That feels
The old man knew that power
short-sighted.
was now going to be in the wrong hands. He jumped off before he could die in the parkour battle. He knew that if he lost his champion boots in the battle, Parkour Civilization might be doomed forever. Now, all he could do is wait at the bottom and watch as Parkour Civilization plunged into darkness. He disguised himself as a noob and hoped that one day someone would be worthy enough enough to earn his champion boots. But until then, all he could do was hide out at the bottom level of Parkour Civilization and hope that the evil champion never found him. Now that the old champion was gone, there was no one to stand in the way of the evil champion. Him and his barrier blocks would go on to take the free will of everyone in Parkour Civilization. And now I'm the champion.
AP Parkour Civ history.
All right, well, that's definitely a lot to wrap my head around. Well, I guess it's time to start actually being a champion and making some changes around here for the better. My first changes to Parkour Civilization were at the noob level. I got rid of Parkour Prison for good. I made it so that noobs could see the layers above them, and I gave them the ability to sprint, so now they can do harder jumps. The best part is they can just respawn and try again if they fall. Oh my god, I didn't set up the respawn point. Okay, we're gonna pretend that didn't happen. Under the evil champion's rule, all players spawned in this building that Siwat was in charge of. Siwat was someone that I couldn't underestimate, so I was ready for a parkour battle, but when I showed up, he was gone. Now that I'm the champion, I can get rid of this entire building, along with this weird brainwashing machine. I went to Siwat's vault to get rid of it once and for all, and to see if he was hiding out here, but still, he was nowhere to be found. Alright, I'm just gonna hope he fell and he's not coming back. I set up the new spawn point for Parkour Civilization down at the noob level. New players were already starting to come in, and in my civilization,
is that the
no
creaking?
one will tell them that they can't.
Oh my god.
I think I'm getting the hang of it. I mean, I still got a lot of work to do, but I've already made some good changes to start.
Look,
It's like the
Evbo, there's
Nesquik
something I need to tell you
creaking.
that I should have told you a long time ago. Evbo, you should come quick. I found something, and this is not to be taken lightly. Follow me.
Oh, yeah, sure, I'm coming. Sorry, I gotta take this. You can tell me later. Hey, what are we doing all the way out here? We're so far from Parkour City. I mean, there's nothing even out here, is there?
There's something I found. Something that wasn't there before at the edge of Parkour Civilization.
The edge? I parkoured for miles until I reached the edge
And this
of
is the
Parkour
lead in to
Civilization.
the next
Beyond
one.
this point, there are no more jumps to do. The world just ends, except for the fact that there is a giant wooden pathway that seems like it just goes on forever.
I've been here. I've been to the edge of Parkour Civilization, but this path was not here before. This is new. Someone made this.
Someone made this recently? Well, where does it go?
Yeah, it was a good call to leave that episode out of the movie.
Yeah. It was not super necessary.
Yeah. The including the movies that were in there were good.
It was a lie. I did it. Can I win before or after?
Then now, I'm the best. Is this the end? It's not over.
Wait, what was the "I don't like you" quote? Do you remember? what
Yeah,
it
it was he was talking to Siwa and he's like, besides, I don't like you. I'm the best? That's the top? I can't win.
This is my cell?
I have to jump?
It's been 4 days. Wait, is this
PvP stuff? We'll see. When the full movie comes out. Actually, each one is like 30 minutes long, which is crazy.
of PvP? Oh my god.
Still, maybe when it comes out and I'm a little bit better at PvP.
Here in Redstone Civ, most people don't make the 4x4 clock. It's much safer to go for the.
All right. Yeah, maybe we'll react to PvP stuff when the full movie comes out. We'll see. We are kind of PvP sweats. Not as much, but
Nah, I don't know how to PvP.
he's lying, chat. Don't listen to him. Okay, anyway, I think that's going to end off our stream for today. Thank you all so much for watching. This is probably one of the best live streams that I've ever done in terms of like viewers, which is crazy. I really appreciate y'all coming out. It's crazy that y'all just want to see me watch YouTube. I want to go live later. There's a Parkour Civ map on a server, and I want to just go live, plan through that. So I'll probably be live over on Twitch and YouTube Shorts later today working on that. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. If you're new here, consider subscribing. It's free, and I'm trying to get to 10,000 subs by the end of the year. And yeah, thank you all so much for the support. Some more Parkour Civ content should be coming out very soon. And I will catch you all in the next stream or video. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.